Eradicate all. Good day, Lord Phaeton.
You're not streaming, are you? Fuck.
Lord Phaeton, this time let me.
Vivian? Vivian?
Oh, you're playing. Okay, I'm gonna leave the VC. I'm not gonna. I don't want to spoil myself. Have fun with this. I need Vivian.
I didn't disturb your sleep, did I?
Yeah. Terry's like, hey. Yeah, Terry. Yeah, Terry knows. Alright, I'm gonna leave Vivian. I don't want to spoil myself. No, I don't want to spoil myself. Have fun here. Good luck with the gotchas. Also, I'm pissed off. I did not get to hear you, and I am very pissed off. Bye, Pookie.
Pissed off myself.
Bye, Pookie.
I was going to sit here looking super cute, hands cupping my face. You know, like
They
the
do.
sleepy face I want to wake up to pose. I can't believe I ended up falling asleep myself.
Vivian, are you sure you're awake? That sounded like sleep talk. I'm sure sleeping in that position couldn't have been comfortable either.
No, Lord Phaethon. I was just worried that I had disturbed your rest. Just being able to see you sleeping peacefully is already the highlight of my day. No, though it is a bit late. Good morning, Lord Phaethon.
Good morning? Why so formal all of a sudden? Sounds like you're about to make an announcement.
Mockingbird's death has stirred up quite the storm. I took some time to gather intel. It seems someone deliberately leaked the story that Hugo is an illegitimate child of the Ravenlock family. But I haven't found the source yet.
Could it be Hugo's uncle, Hartman? Maybe he's trying to turn people against Hugo and Mockingbird by playing the illegitimate child card.
I suspected that too. He could be using Hugo's background to make people believe Mockingbird is just another Top's pawn. To the upper class, Mockingbird may be insignificant, but it has a loyal following among regular folks. But after some digging, I was surprised to find that the public isn't turning on Hugo. They're actually starting to see him in a better light. Some people feel bad for him. Some relate to his struggles. And Hartman's the one getting all the heat. Public outcry against Hartman is growing, with many believing he murdered Hugo for his own selfish gain. Tops is hosting an industry summit this week, a responsibility usually handled by the Ravenlocks. But my sources tell me another family has taken over this year at the last minute. If I'm not mistaken, Tops is intentionally keeping its distance from the Ravenlock family due to the current public sentiment.
Based on our past experience with Hartman, he's not the type to sit back and let anyone mess with his power or interests.
And that's what worries me. Hartman, in all likelihood, must have taken the sacrifice core. And now that he has this bargaining chip, who knows what kind of deal he'll strike with the Exaltists.
Sorry for interrupting. Can I borrow Wise for a minute?
Oh, no problem at all. I'm sure you have important faith in matters to discuss. Take your time. I'll just be waiting outside.
Wait! Don't go outside.
Oh, don't mind me, Lord Phaethon. I wanted to browse the videotapes anyway. I'll be right here. Just let me know when you're done.
Thank goodness Vivian didn't walk out the main door. Lycon's been pacing around outside for like half an hour and scared off at least 5 customers. He's stressing over what he did to Hugo in front of Vivian, but he really needs to talk to us. Maybe you should go speak with him first?
Sure, I'll go talk to him. At the end of the day, we're all after the same enemy. As proxies, we should become the bridge between them.
Good morning, Master Proxy.
Good morning. Belle just let me know you wanted to talk to us and Vivian about something?
Yes, it's an urgent request from the mayor, one that directly affects New Eridu's safety. However, before we get into the details, as a former member of Mockingbird, I'm concerned about Miss Vivian. Hugo made many mistakes and betrayed the principles of Mockingbird, but I'm certain he didn't intend to put Miss Vivian or you in danger. I don't know Miss Vivian very well, and I was the one who took her companion's life. I might not be the right person to comfort her, but I hope she doesn't regret the choices she made, or lose faith in the path she chose.
Vivian doesn't seem down at all. In fact, she's been actively gathering intel. I think she's handling this with even greater calm than I am. If you're feeling bad about what happened with Hugo, it might be a good idea to talk to Vivian directly. From what I've seen, she's not as fragile as you might think.
That's reassuring to hear. I trust your judgment. You've always had a sharp eye for people. Would you mind coming in with me? I'd like to apologize to Miss Vivian in person.
Sure, but just to be clear, I'm staying neutral and not picking sides. You both have your own stance on this. As a proxy, I'll do my best to help facilitate honest communication.
I respect that. Thank you. Miss Vivian, I'm very sorry about Hugo.
You don't have to explain anything. I'm also part of Mockingbird. Mockingbird stands on more than just gain, so it won't fall when fortunes shift. Hugo had his fixations and ambitions. I also have things I must see through. I'm determined to get to the bottom of the Exaltists and the sacrifices.
Miss Vivian, as a former member of Mockingbird, you have my deepest respect. You have my word, whatever comes next. I would never harm you or Master Proxy. As for Hugo, please, accept my condolences.
Condolences? That's not necessary. Mockingbird has plenty of tricks up its sleeves. This isn't the kind of act that ends so easily. Wouldn't you agree?
You're right.
I'm glad you guys are on the same page. But why do I feel like I'm being left in the dark?
Master Proxy, I believe we all share the same goal. Uncover the truth of the Exaltists and the sacrifices. The mayor has tasked me with inviting you to take on this mission, and hopes we can work together moving forward.
If the mayor wants to work with us, I trust he will demonstrate his sincerity in kind. Mockingbird will not serve as a pawn for the powerful. That will never change.
Of course. While the mayor cannot handle this personally, he will make sure we have all the intel and support we need. Miss Vivian, I know you have your own intelligence network, but for some high-profile shady dealings, perhaps the mayor can provide you a different perspective. Please, take your time to discuss. If you're open to collaborating, I'll set up a call with the mayor so he can speak with you both directly.
Belle, Vivian, and I need to think this through carefully with everything at stake. It's not a decision we can make lightly.
Of course, I completely understand. When you've made up your minds, you can find me at the Ballet Twins. I'll connect the call to the mayor now.
My dear friends, I'm glad you're willing to keep working with me. I'm truly sorry about what happened to Mr. Hugo Vlad. I didn't anticipate things would turn out this way. As mayor, I can't fully condone Mockingbird's actions, but personally, I had a lot of respect for Mr. Hugo Vlad. I looked further into Bringer's map. The sacrifices were created by an exaltist named Landon, who was active in Janus Quarter. Mr. Landon passed away in an accident a few years ago. Before he died, he was researching sacrifices and was said to have created a batch of serum that could turn living people into sacrifices. The problem was, the serum wasn't stable, and after his death, the recipe was lost. No one knows what
That's just called ritualistic sacrifice. So, speaking of Hoyo games, JC has been playing my Honkai Star Rail file, get me up to snuff, save me up some of the pulls, all for Saber.
The Exaltists in Janus Quarter died a few years back.
I learned that Archer is supposed to be free. Supposedly. Yeah, they're probably gonna be in the same event, but like Archer's the free and Saber's like the 5-star that you gotta pull for. That's my assumption. Yeah, there's likely gonna be a banner for the equivalent of W engines.
Could it be that Hartman was just acting on his own?
Unfortunately, that's not the case. My sources confirm that Hartman is secretly in contact with someone, and they only meet inside the Hollow.
Is it
That said, I
possible
just want
someone
Archer.
Tops?
Tops is
Archer's
the
my
usual
boy.
stance of corporations. They wouldn't bother getting their hands dirty. Instead, they just sit back and reap the rewards. Everything Hartman is doing is to secure his place in Tops and strengthen his power within the Ravenlock family. If my guess is correct, Hartman has gotten in touch with the remaining members of the Exaltists that used to follow Landon, helping them create new sacrifices.
But what's in it for Tops?
Helping him create new sacrifice. Man, people just love murder, don't they?
Sacrifices to Hartman, right?
Also, every time I hear Hartman, all I can think of is the Kirby boss.
When Top steps in, taking control of the situation.
You know, Max Profit Hartman.
The public will see the mayor as incompetent, while Tops comes off as the real protectors of the city. And when that happens, public trust will shift towards Tops. And Mr. Mayor, you might find yourself in an
He was going pretty Nova.
Still sharp as ever, Miss
It's so cool.
So, what exactly do
And the
we
fact
stand
that, like,
from partnering with you?
the freaking True Arena version of it adds in a brand new fight with the freaking part of Nova.
Please don't tell me you're doing this out of some noble concern for your citizens. I'm not some hero of justice, and I don't believe in lofty ideals or empty promises.
We have a common enemy. While our ideologies may differ, we can work together on this. And as proof of good faith, I may not know exactly where Hartman is, but I can fan the flames over Mockingbird's death and escalate conflicts within the Ravenlock family.
So it was you behind the rumors. No wonder I couldn't trace the source of the public outcry.
I'm not the one who started the rumors. I just helped them spread faster after they leaked. And I pulled a few strings to make sure the story painted Mr. Hugo Vlad as a heroic figure who was unfairly persecuted. As I said before, I had a lot of respect for him, and I'd be happy to clear his name. Now let me lay out my terms for collaboration. After looking into it, I found that the dormant sacrifice you discovered wasn't the only one. There are more places where sacrifices might be lying dormant. Too many eyes are on me right now, so I can't send my own men to deal with it. I'd like to ask you to retrieve the sacrifices from those locations. I'll make sure to dispose of them once you do, so no one will be able to use them again. On top of that,
I'm sorry, all I can think of with a dormant sacrifice is just a prisoner.
overlaps with your teacher's work. You don't need to worry about her capabilities. She's a Void Hunter rank special investigator.
Really? A Void Hunter ranked special investigator is going to be assisting us? And she's involved in our teacher's research?
That's right. She's heading to Janus Quarter for some business. I wanted to set up a formal meeting, but she declined. She prefers to assess things on her own, and will reach out when the time is right. She'll let you know the details then. So it looks like you both are on board with this commission and ready to help recover the sacrifices?
This affects a lot of ordinary people in New Eridu. We'll do our best.
I not enemies. I'll leave the rest to you then. I've got to go. Goodbye.
What is a sacrifice? So Frankenstein. I mean, what? So if I may compare it to something, Simic Guild. Especially the turning humans into sacrifices.
I would never turn down Lord Phaethon.
This is the path I follow. Eradicate all evil.
Is the concert starting? The stage will be mine.
Is that an umbrella spear?
Lord Phaethon, thank you for trusting Mockingbird and me. Lord Phaethon, look around. Don't touch me.
I swear the weapons in this game feel like they'd be noble phantasms in Fate Grand Order.
Daydream. Don't underestimate me. Has someone already taken the dormant sacrifice from here? Or did the Exaltus decide to relocate it? No. If these dormant sacrifices aren't handled carefully, they could awaken and turn against anyone nearby. She wouldn't risk moving them unless it was absolutely necessary. Did she realize the mayor was looking into this?
Did Hartman just make up this intel to get a shot working with us at Tops? I've been walking around forever and haven't found a thing.
The Ravenlocks have always been a shady bunch. No surprise they've gone downhill over the years.
I heard they were pretty loaded back in the day. What kind of business did they run?
No clue. On the surface, their businesses seemed legit, but who knows what was happening behind the curtain.
Probably something with the sacrifices. I mean, how else would he know about the dormant ones left around here for years? And he was so sure that even if those original sacrifices didn't work out,
backup plan.
Backup plan? What could that be?
Well, that's beyond me. I just happened to overhear something while I was next to Mr. Edmund one day. What's Topps planning to do with all these sacrifices, huh? For research? Do you think we'll ever have a normal life in the Hollows?
Don't ask questions you shouldn't be asking.
All right, all right. There's nothing here anyway. Let's leave the Hollow and report back on what we found. And we'll make it just in time to clock out for the fieldwork shift.
Let's get out of here first.
Hartman, that fool. He'll do anything to get into Topps. Even if it means playing with fire. She's an exaltist. Human lives have never mattered to her. The more people get dragged in, the greater the danger.
Vivian, you seem a bit frazzled. Who's this she you keep bringing up?
I apologize for losing my composure.
Yeah,
Please don't mind me. The she I'm referring to is with the exaltists. Someone I have a history with. That's why the moment I heard about the sacrifices, I felt compelled to uncover the truth. I never meant to hide anything from you. It's just that, for me, the exaltists bring back painful memories. And I'm not ready to face them yet. So, Lord Phaethon, please give me a little more time. Once I've gathered my thoughts, I promise I'll tell you everything.
Sure, I'll stop asking. What's more important than an unspoken past is the person standing in front of me now. As for everything else, we can talk about it whenever you're ready to share.
Lord Phaethon, if we weren't in such a hurry, I'd spend 3 whole hours singing your praises. I'll make note of this and make sure to get it done before bedtime. First things first, let's track down those dormant sacrifices. The exaltists have probably realized someone's after them by now. I wish we knew what Hartman's backup plan is.
Catch the rhythm.
I just can't shake the feeling that something bad is about to happen. Keep your filthy hands off. Hugo may have done terrible things, but he had his reasons. Mockingbird might be seen as the bad guys by a lot of people, but ironically, joining Mockingbird is what put me on the right path. For the first time, I'm needed for more than just my curse. Ambush! Alright, I'll take them. Nothing here either. Are we too late? There's...
I knew it was you, Vivian.
Camille! What are you doing here, sis? Are you destroying the dormant sacrifice?
Vivian, don't call me sis. I'm not your sister.
Are you trying to stop the exaltists?
I never left the Exaltists.
You know what Landon did back then!
Lord Landon did it for the Creator. His methods may have been extreme, but they were necessary. Back then, you walked away. You should do the same now. We didn't meet today. Take your friends and leave.
What's wrong? Are you being forced into this? I can help you.
Help me? Like how you helped her? Vivian, you're crying. You see me, don't you?
No,
You haven't changed a bit, Vivian.
No need to hide your tears. I know exactly what's ahead for me. You've made your choice. And I've made mine. One last piece of advice. Stay out of this. She loathes you. I won't tell her we met today. Don't show yourself around us again.
Camille! Lord Nathan, watch out! I'll tell you what that was about later. Stage is mine. Let's take care of the
So you want to know what Shadow dropped yesterday to no fanfare from the company whatsoever?
Oh, for Lord Nathan.
Yep.
But my song needs
There's a majority of favorable reviews of it.
Don't underestimate me.
Alright, I'll take the money.
One of the negative reviews was, "Don't play this without VSync on." The screen tear, like the screen tearing is awful without VSync, and I'm like, yes, that's what VSync is for.
You've been gone forever. Did you run into any trouble?
We searched the coordinates the mayor provided. Most of them were already empty. No dormant sacrifices. Camille, the Exaltists have been actively destroying the dormant sacrifices.
Why would the Exaltists go after the sacrifices?
I saw it too, but I can't figure out why the Exaltists would do this.
And one of them is someone I once knew. I thought she would leave the Exaltists after Landon's death. But she stayed.
Wait, what did I miss? Why do you know so much about the Exaltists, Vivian?
When I was a child, I stayed with the Exaltists for a while. Back then, Landon was one of the most respected figures among the Exaltists in this region. A lot happened. And after Landon died, I left. I can't turn a blind eye to the sacrifices. I know all too well how many lives have been lost bringing them into existence. Ever since I learned a sacrifice had appeared in Janus Quarter, I haven't been able to stop worrying. I won't let history repeat itself. That's why I asked Hugo to investigate, starting with the Sacrifice Corps.
Vivian.
Please stop. I'm not looking for comfort. I'm just recounting the story for you to understand the situation. We've got bigger things to focus on. But when I do need comforting, I'll come straight to you. I hope you'll make time for me, Lord Vathan. Just so you know, I'm not the easiest to console.
Absolutely. If you're feeling down, we'll be here for you.
Okay, back to the matter at hand. That conversation between those two TOPS employees back in the Hollow is still bothering me. They said Hartman had a backup plan, and that got me thinking about some news that was quietly swept under the rug. Lately, there have been mining accidents in Ravenlock-controlled areas. Many workers have died. The families were paid off with huge settlements, way more than usual. No protests, no controversy, and the issue was buried. But considering the Ravenlock's financial position, why would they be so generous with payouts?
That sounds sketchy. Do you think those accidents were faked?
Precisely. I don't think those workers died in mining accidents. I'm planning to reach out to some old friends, see if they've heard anything about this. Do you have time, Lord Vathan? My contacts are just near 6th Street. Care to join me?
Sure. Let's go together.
By the, oh, oh wait. So, you know how I said that the Oblivion had that review. There was also a review of Snuck Behind a Rat in the Intro Cave until Stealth 30. Game is intact. As well as... There was a negative review that said, can someone explain to me why the EULA agreement says they're using an anti-cheat engine in a single-player game to scan your system for cheats, and why there is a section that says you're not allowed to use or share mods? I can't recommend this game until Bethesda explains why those lines are in the EULA if they aren't going to do that. Especially considering mods are what save a lot of it. I have not heard that. That said, Skyblivion still better be a thing.
An old friend of mine said she has some new intel. She's like a mentor to me. I learned a lot about data scraping on the internet thanks to her. Rain! Long time no see.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Rain? So you're the old friend Vivian was talking about.
Yeah, Phaethon. Long time no see.
Rain! You actually know that Lord Phaethon is Lord Phaethon?
Vivi. I love her.
You actually know Wise is Lord Phaethon.
I didn't know right away. One time, I needed a favor from Nicole. I only found out after meeting them. I mean, who would expect a legendary proxy to be running a video store for a living? Oh, by the way, your idol...
Rain! Let's not bring up old stuff. Lord Phaethon wouldn't be interested.
I love Vivian. I love Vivian so much.
Right. Lord Phaethon lives on 6th Street too, and might know your idol. Remember when you traced that post on Internet to 6th Street and actually went to check it out? And you came back all bummed, spouting nonsense. Like there was only a black cat at the location, and maybe your idol is actually a talking cat. Or something like that.
I think I know that black cat. It hangs around our shop now.
Lord Phaethon, please, let's drop this topic.
Come on, Vivian. It's
Oh,
been
by the way, you
years
want to hear
since
something
you say
insane?
your idol is.
Nintendo posted on Twitter, hey, sorry Japan, we did not make enough Switch 2 consoles to fit the demand. Oops.
If you'd just let me, I'd have tracked them down ages ago. I get it. You want to find the person who's important to you on your own. But you've tried so hard already. It's okay to lean on me a little, you know. I'm sure your idol won't hold it against you.
I shouldn't have come to see you.
Huh? What's wrong?
Rain, Vivian said you might have some intel for us. Should we get into that first?
All right, let's get down to business. Here's something I'm pretty sure about. The Ravenlock family's claim that those missing workers died in an accident? Don't buy it. The last signal from those workers was near the Hollow. Then communication went dark. I think they were taken into the Hollow. And yesterday, I picked up that the Ravenlock family secretly hired some people to search the Hollow's perimeter. I caught a weird distress signal from someone and managed to track down the source. When I tried to reach out, the signal cut out completely. The last trace of the signal was near Lumina Square. Finding someone in real life isn't really my thing. So That's where you come in.
Okay, we'll take a look around. You just said this is something you're sure of. Do you have anything you're not so sure of?
I dug up some info online, and one thing stood out. A few days ago, there were some creepy sounds coming from an abandoned warehouse by the port. The place was locked up, so no one could see what was happening inside. Not sure if it's related to your search. If you don't find anything useful around here, it might be worth checking out. Well, that's all I have for you.
Thank you, Rain.
Don't get all emotional on me now. I'm just helping out a friend. This one's on the house. Consider it payback for the favor you did me last time. But if you still want to find your idol, hit me up. I've been curious for a...
Alright, don't worry about it. I'll manage it myself. Stop being so nosy, Rain.
Nosy? Nah, just professionally curious. What kind of person is worth all this searching, huh? But honestly, whoever they are in real life, they've become a part of you. You've come a long way in this search, Vivian. I much prefer the person you are now. So if you find this person, don't chicken out. Go meet them. People will appreciate you for who you are.
Rain.
I might not care about the real world or what it'll be like, but I hope everyone I know can live a good life. I'm counting on you to save the world, guys. All right, I have other business to take care of, so I'll leave the rest to you.
Lord Phaethon, please pay no mind to what Rain said. That big guy's up ahead. Let's hurry.
I'm sorry.
I was wrong. I know I messed up. I don't want your money anymore. Please, no.
Calm down.
Who are you? I won't say anything. Just let me go. I don't know anything. I swear, I know nothing.
We're not PubSec, the HIA, or the Ravenlock family. We won't force you into anything. There's no need to be afraid.
What do you want from me then?
We simply want to know where the Ravenlock family took you and what they made you do.
I can't say. I can't tell you. I have a family. They'll hurt them. You never saw me. Please, just stop asking.
Don't you wish to see your family?
I don't deserve to see them. It's my fault. I was greedy. I did this to myself.
But your family must miss you dearly. I'm sure they won't blame you.
No, it's my fault. It's all on me. I don't want to drag them into this.
If the whole ship is sinking, no one on board can escape.
I'm just a nobody. And right now, there's nothing I can do to change anything.
If you care about your family and friends, now is your chance to stop the disaster before it's too late. Even a butterfly flapping its wings can send a tsunami surging across the ocean. No one knows how this will turn out, but if you do nothing now, the only thing waiting for you at the end will be regret. We're not here to turn you in, and we won't force you to confront them. You'll be safe with us. I'll help you return to your family, but you must tell us precisely what happened.
Hartman offered a huge amount of money, looking for workers to go into the hollow to guard something. The money was way too good. We all kind of figured something wasn't right. I thought it was just smuggling or guarding some kind of illegal ether resources, so I signed up. After we sent in our applications, Hartman's men took us into the hollow. The first place we went, there was a strange box. When we got there, they handed us some pills, saying they'd improve our aptitude for ether, for us to last longer in the hollow. But after I took them, everything went fuzzy. Something was definitely off about those pills. When I woke up, I saw my coworkers dead in front of me. And there was blood all over my hands. They said something about me being a good experiment, moved me somewhere else, and locked me up. They wanted to inject me with something. I got scared and didn't know what was gonna happen. But then a blonde guy found me, gave me a carrot, and let me go. So I escaped. I didn't want to kill anyone. I don't know.
It wasn't your fault that your coworkers died. You were just a tool in their hands. Do you remember the place they first took you? Do you know what was in that box?
I only remember the first place was like a rooftop.
One sec, let me open the fridge.
What exactly was
The terms in this game, I swear. Yeah, I know. Yep. Yep.
I'm not lying. Those pills they gave us, they make you hallucinate. I took just one and my mind felt like it wasn't my own. My memories turned into a blur. I'm telling the truth. I'm not trying to run from my mistakes. I just really can't remember what happened.
I know you're not lying. We'll arrange for your protection. You can rest easy and recover, and your family won't be dragged into this. Once this is all over, you will be able to reunite with them.
Sometimes I wonder if you've had some kind of
Man, I
special
can't
training,
wait
Vivian.
for Escape Sim 2.
No matter who you're up against, you seem to analyze the pros and
Sorry that
cons
I'm just
and make a judgment in no time.
rambling.
Actually, I wasn't always like this. I used to run away when things got tough. There was even a point where I just wanted to disappear. as if my very existence was the source of suffering. I wondered, perhaps leaving it all behind could put an end to the pain.
It's hard to picture that. My first impression of you was pretty, assertive.
Well, I was on a mission at the auction when we first met. And just as Rain said, I've come a long way from who I used to be.
Speaking of Rain, it's quite a coincidence that you two know each other and are actually close. You even know one Denny Boo. That surprised me. We might have crossed paths without even realizing it.
Enough about me. Tell me more about you, Lord Phaethon. Where have you been? And what have you experienced?
Looking back, it feels like I've been through a lot lately. Belle and I even lost our Phaethon account. It's a long story, starting with how the Cunning Hares took something from the Red Fang gang. It should be around this area. Belle told me there's a highly rated store here.
Lord Phaethon!
What's wrong?
I've seen that black cat on 6th Street. That harmonica in the outer ring you mentioned. I've heard it before, too. I've even been to the monument outside Hollow's Hero. But none of that was a coincidence. It was me. Following you, and now I've finally made it to your side. Ever since I was little, I had been seen as the bringer of bad fortune. I had traveled to many places and witnessed far too much misfortune. Every tear I shed brought disaster. I've heard too many curses to count. I loathed my tears as much as I despised my own existence. Wherever I stayed, tragedy followed. I had roamed too many places, and each time, it ended the same way. I didn't know where I could go anymore. One night, I stumbled upon a post discussing me, whether they knew me or not. Everyone seemed convinced that I was the source of the curse. Some mocked me with cruel intent. Some wished I would vanish, and others speculated maliciously. It really seemed that my very existence was a disaster. In that moment, as darkness enveloped the city, I saw lights flickering to life all around New Eridu. So many lights. And not knowing where to go, I thought, if only I could disappear into those lights. I made up my mind. And right then, my phone rang. I decided to take one last look. I wanted to know who left me my final message from this world. It was you, Lord Phaethon.
Huh? Me?
Yes. And I checked with the other Lord Phaethon. You were the one using the account at that time, but I know you probably don't remember it. After all, it was just an ordinary day, with an ordinary post and meaningless comments online. But for me, it was the night I finally realized where I could go. I wanted to walk the paths you had walked, see the sights you had seen. And then, one day, share it all with you, face to face.
So, I have to ask, what exactly did I say in that reply?
Well, you'll have to figure it out for yourself. I'm not telling you. for that comment you made that day, which was a silver lining for me, but also for giving me the courage to become who I am today. The Vivian standing right in front of you now, Lord Phaethon. I truly like who I've become. Lycon just sent a message. There's an update. Let's head back to the video store and go over the details together.
Wise, you're back. Looks like Lycon's tied up with something. He said I should just chill until you're back, and then we can talk online. I'll call him now.
Master Proxy, Miss Vivian. The gentleman Rena brought back has stabilized and calmed down now. Based on his account, we've identified where Hartman is hiding the core. He also mentioned that Hartman plans to trade the core with a group of people. We suspect that this group consists of members from the Exaltists.
I knew it. Now that we have the location, it would be splendid if we could seize the sacrifice core before they do.
Precisely. We hope you can head to the location as soon as possible to secure the sacrifice core.
Alright, we'll get there right away.
I have other matters to attend to, so I'll leave the retrieval of the sacrifice core in your capable hands. The mayor's friend that he mentioned before will also be assisting you this time. The target coordinates have been shared with her, and she'll meet you there. Please ensure your safety, and I wish you all the best.
I would never turn down.
Is the concert? The stage will be mine.
Where's the sacrifice core?
Camille, you really think I'd stroll around with something this important? Plus, even though the Ravenlocks and the Exaltists have been working together for ages, I've hardly even met Lady Dina. I'm the one offering the sacrifice core here. I'm curious what Lady Dina's got lined up for me in return?
I'm just here to verify that the core you mentioned is real. Once that's sorted, Lady Dina will give you a proper response. Our partnership isn't just talk. We need to be sure you have what we need before moving forward.
Sure thing. I'll take you to where I keep the core. Once you verify it's legit, have Lady Dina come over. We'll lay everything on the table face to face.
All right, lead the way.
It seems Hartman is trying to bargain for more. What a greedy and insatiable man. It's just that... Why would they only send Camille for something as important as the sacrifice core? And I can't shake the feeling that Camille doesn't want Hartman and Dina to meet. Why is that?
So this Dina they were talking about, is she the leader of the Exaltists?
Kind of. Lord Phaethon, I really think we should hurry. We must get to where Hartman keeps the core before anyone else does.
I've mapped out a shorter route, but there will be ethereals along the way. I'll leave the fighting to you, Vivian.
Don't worry, Lord Phaethon. You're in capable hands. I'll ensure your safety.
There he is! Stay away from Lord Phaethon!
Don't underestimate me.
Alright, I'll take the mark. I'll get Lord Phaethon!
Looks like Hartman's trying to negotiate for more leverage. Let's get out of here before we're spotted. You're good enough to mention the weapon. Don't underestimate me. matter who has the sacrifice core, Hartman or the Exaltists. It would be really dangerous.
Hand over what's in the box.
We can get some parts.
Changes you off for Lord Satan.
You sure talk big, little girl. Let's see if you can get past me first.
Alright, I'll get going. Let's hurry and secure the sacrifice core.
Lord Vathan, the box is empty. So Hartman never kept the core here to begin with?
How did you even find your way here? Where's the core in the box? What did you do with it?
You call this keeping the sacrifice core safe?
Vivian, it's been ages.
Dina!
Oh my, you actually remember me. So sweet. Look at you, thriving. I thought you'd totally forgotten about our past. So, tell me, do you ever dream about the people you've killed? Are they crying in your head all night?
Back then, I had no idea.
You had no idea? While you were soaking up all that love from Daddy and everyone else, you had no idea what was going on?
I wasn't...
Lady Dina, Miss Vivian didn't actually...
Camille, when did I say you could meet up with Hartman today?
I just wanted to make sure the sacrifice core is legit. I was worried Hartman might try to pull a fast one on us.
Really? So loyal. I thought you'd be more like the old days. Just a few words from Vivian, and you'd be plotting my demise. Just like what you did with Father.
I won't, Lady Dina.
Don't even think about betraying me, Camille. You owe me for what went down back then. However, I do understand your worries. This core, it's fake.
No way! I got this straight from Hugo. It can't be fake. How can you just claim it's fake without any proof?
Ugh, seriously? The sacrifice core can max out the ether particles within human bodies in no time at all. But look at your little subordinate. How uncouth. He's making noises like some animal. Can you shut him up? So annoying. The masterpiece Father made for the Creator? Isn't this worthless piece of junk you're holding?
So, the real core.
Vivian, where do you think the sacrifice core is really at?
I don't know. If I knew where the real core was, I'd destroy it without a second thought. Dina,
Drop your socks and
you
grab your
understand
socks,
what
boys!
sacrifices are, and you know those who were blessed should not have to endure such horrors.
I'm going. That was good comedic timing. Now put down those socks and let's get to work.
Oh,
Stabs
they
father.
have suffered those horrors. Weren't you the one who decided if they'd be blessed or not? If it weren't for your tears, how would they have encountered such
I'm just
misfortune?
amazed you're awake at this hour.
How self-righteous, Vivian. Their fates were
I wasn't sure it was legal for you to be up this early.
brought disaster on them.
Landon just needs an excuse. He needs someone to blame, whether I shed tears or not. He'd treat living beings as mere subjects for his sacrifice experiments. Dina, you know all of this. Landon even went so far as to sacrifice you.
Shut up, shut up, shut up! Father did it for his great
father's last wish!
If you don't give me the sacrifice core, be prepared to become food for the ethereals.
I told you I don't have the sacrifice core. Otherwise, I would have destroyed it already. Lord Phaethon, find the right moment to retreat. She can be quite unpredictable when her temper flares.
Oh, really? You don't have it? Then I suppose there isn't a reason to keep you alive.
More ethereals are coming. Oh, for Lord Phaethon!
Too OP. Must nerf.
My gut feeling right now is I'm probably gonna miss out on Vivian. I'm not feeling the gacha luck right now. And you know, it's funny because the last time my gacha luck was like this, I was going for Asta, who was also an either unit.
Still, I get everything wrong.
That is literally the only ether unit I have.
Don't you love gambling?
It's ink?
Let's go.
Close gate, safety.
What?
An evil miasma gathers here. Another place of conflict. If you wish to avoid disaster, then head southeast. Now.
Thank you.
This character was made to sell explicit art. To be fair, that started a long time before those characters. Yeah.
Fandoms work quick.
I don't even think at this point you can blame the fandom. I think this is intentional at this point.
Listen.
You must be wise,
Listen.
right?
Soon as the Pokemon Sword and Shield DLC was announced, it was like, it hasn't even been 24 hours yet, and there was full explicit art of Clara.
Damn.
Mayflower mentioned a special partner might need my help.
Man, I can't wait for the Okami sequel. What do you mean? We have Okami sequel at home. Okami sequel at home.
May I ask, who are you?
I'm the 13th generation master of Yunquei Summit.
Alright, I've been paid.
Call me Yixuan. Mayflower passed along your info, and I was curious what kind of person you are, so I came to see. At first, I thought it might be a hassle, but your energy feels really calming. Quite nice, actually.
So, you're the investigator.
I'm not gonna lie, you said talismans, and the immediate first thing that came to my mind was the old Jackie Chan cartoon.
Yes.
Oh,
God.
no.
Be your temporary teacher and offer you a bit of guidance.
One more thing!
Guidance? What does that mean
Up.
exactly?
Unfortunately, this isn't the right time or place to talk. I
have some investigation work to catch up on, and it seems you've got quite a lot on your hands, so let's part ways for now. I'll find a good time to visit you soon.
I'm so sorry, Lord Vathan. I'm just not feeling very well. I think I'll head back for now. I'll investigate the sacrifice core and reach out once I find something.
You don't look so great. Let's get out of here and figure things out later.
Ah, excellent. I hear a fire truck outside somewhere. There's an issue going on somewhere in town.
Vathan, are you going to rest now?
I can head back later, Vivian. You seem a bit off since we left the Hollow. If you want to talk about what's bothering you, I'm here.
I am clinically depressed. That is what I am.
I didn't mean to keep my past from you, Lord Vathan. When I was little, people thought I brought misfortune, so no matter where I went, no one wanted me around for long. Then, one day, Landon adopted me and brought me to the Exaltists. There, I met Dina, who was so kind to me, treating me like a dear sister. She told me her father, Landon, was a great man, who'd one day make everyone stop fearing the Hollows. So all
And then she sacrificed me. I mean, what?
outside of them. Dina helped Landon pick people for the blessing, and everyone in the Exaltists respected her greatly. Those who received the blessing would have a better ether aptitude, allowing them to enter the Hollow freely without fear of sudden disaster. Back then, Dina would chat with me every day, always about the Exaltists and her father. But things between us shifted when Landon asked me to step in for Dina. Landon told me I didn't only bring misfortune, and that if I listened to him, I could actually help people. After that, he'd take me to meet people, and if I shed tears, he'd give them a blessing medicine. Those who got the blessing could dodge calamities. At first, I was ecstatic, thinking I could help others. I shared my joy with Dina, but that was when she started to pull away from me.
Was that blessing medicine the same sacrifice serum Bringer had?
Yes, to be precise, it was an early version of the sacrifice serum. Landon's medicine wasn't stable. The medicine Landon developed could boost abilities quickly, but also sped up the development of ether corruption. In the end, most people turned into ethereals, and a few became sacrifices, losing all human consciousness. The ethereals were killed while the sacrifices were given to the higher-ups of the Exaltists. The Exaltists wanted the sacrifices to hold human consciousness, so Landon's medicine was seen as a failure, and he gradually lost influence within the Exaltists. One day, I saw Dina, and tears streamed down my face. In a bid to save his reputation,
Oh, well, looks like the wrong person got sacrificed there. Pokemon.
I always thought that getting the blessing was a good thing, until I saw terror in Dina's eyes that day. That evening, I broke Landon's rules for the first time, and followed him out of the Exaltist's residence. I trailed him to the Hollow, where I witnessed someone who had been blessed becoming corrupted. In the end, that person became an ethereal. Then, without hesitation, Landon killed him. Before Landon returned, I went back to the residence and snuck into his study. And there, I uncovered the truths I just told
And then
you.
my sister died.
And just a few days later, it was time for Dina to be blessed. I wanted to save her and stop anyone else from getting deceived. So, that day, I told everyone present that Landon should be the one to receive the blessing, not Dina. At first,
Oh, never mind.
and no one believed me. But in front of them all, I looked at him and let my tears fall. Lord Landon, please accept the blessing.
Vivian, you...
Why won't you accept the blessing? Were you lying to us?
anymore.
Run! Run! Dina! Dina, wake up! We have to go.
Vivian? What's happening?
Listen to me. Lord Landon's so-called blessing isn't...
Damn.
Mom, I want to go home.
It's got nothing to do with us.
Mood. That kid.
This is just what happens when you don't accept
Sure,
the blessing.
nothing bad is happening right now.
This is what happens when you don't accept the bless. I am sorry, he did not get shot in the chest. That motherfucker got his face blown off. But sadly, we can't show that in this this vaguely teen-rated game.
You knew what he's done.
Like we all saw where that muzzle was aimed at, right?
Nah,
That dude does not have a face.
Self-righteous Vivian. You only ever bring misfortune. I thought once Landon was gone, Dina would leave the Exaltists. I never expected her to continue his research, or that Camille would stay. Camille lost her entire family in a hollow disaster, so she's always supported the Exaltists. She's not a bad person. She's just someone searching for hope. She joined the Exaltists very early on, and even watched Dina grow up. That day, she was just so desperate to save Dina that all these years, she's been following Dina, taking care of everything out of guilt, I think. But I didn't just fail to save Dina. I trapped her. I see misfortune approaching.
I mean, you didn't trap shit, lady. Your sister just kind of went crazy with grief.
I really am a bringer of misfortune.
Admittedly, it's understandable. She didn't exactly seem her father about to cap you and her. Like,
As for Dina and Camille, they knew the truth and they made their choice. The hollows and the disasters they caused took more than just their loved ones. Not all survivors cling to obsession and hatred like those two do.
Lord Phaethon.
You need to believe in yourself, Vivian. From what I can see, you're handling this sacrifice crisis pretty well on your own. Besides, you told me you really like who you've become. I hope that you can believe in that, at the very least.
Yes, that'll always be true. Thank you for listening to my story today. Years have gone by,
Admin.
but I've never...
Yeah.
Check the memes chat in Dragon Guard.
Oh boy.
Maybe Dina and I were meant to meet today, so I could finally spill it all out.
Gee, I wonder what it could be. What could it possibly be?
What, worst D&D module, and the hints are a coin, a dragon, and a crown?
Wow. I can't believe they're talking about Crown of the Tyrant Queen like that.
It's been such a long day. You must be exhausted. I'll track down the location of the sacrifice core and let you know what I find. Good night, Lord Phaethon.
while standing. I am sorry, but with how that was written, the character's still just standing and then just goes to sleep on two legs. Just like head flops over, passes out, wakes back up, still standing in front of the fucking table. Goodbye.
Joel, I didn't expect you to be working here. Perfect.
I was just covering someone's shift.
This person does not dress like they're at an auction house. What the hell?
And I was afraid the supervisor would realize I was new and
Yeah, they
Lady,
do.
why are you in a gardening outfit?
She absolutely dresses like she is at an auction, but like a farmer's market auction.
Yeah. That's a completely different auction, lady. Like, what?
He was checking some footage.
Like,
Then he logged that footage.
you know that scene or like that location in frickin' Pokemon Scarlet and Violet where you like go to the docks and auction for like sandwich ingredients? That's the auction this girl would be at.
I think it's him. If it were Hugo.
I don't know. This is just like so jarring.
You also helped me a lot when I started working.
I'll be back. Give me a moment.
All the time. If it weren't for you cleaning up my messes, I would have been fired ages ago.
Joel.
So
Joel.
I'm happy I could help you too. All right, go ahead and do what you need to do. We'll
Yes, a bird with black feathers in a city of birds. That's not a bird with black feathers. That's a fucking penguin, man. If it is that guy, no.
I returned. What? What did I walk in on?
Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave.
That was the right answer.
Hoover, damn, we're still in New Eridu.
You already took the photo.
I want to laugh and imagine that's the one, and then it's like just a normal ass crow. It's just a normal crow without the fucking tracker. Okay. There's no way that you found the exact fucking like bird in an urban city where crows and shit are like extremely common. I'm sorry, but
If I'm not mistaken, you and Vivian share the
so we're gonna kill everyone, right? Yep.
silence is no good for negotiation.
I just don't want Dina to reach a point of no return.
Hasn't she already reached that point with what she's doing?
The formula for the Landon serum was lost, but a batch survived, and Dina was able to develop a substance that can be used for mind control. She's trying to combine the two to make sacrifices that would obey human commands. If the dormant sacrifice and the remaining Landon serum are destroyed, we can put an end to this. Dina's concoction can't create sacrifices on its own.
And the sacrifice core?
That belongs to the creator, not her. Although I find Landon's methods despicable, I can't deny that the Exaltists and the creator are leading us in the right direction.
I have a feeling you have a very warped sense of logic, Miss Camille. Turning people into mutants is not the way.
I will confirm the location of the dormant sacrifice and find the chance to relay the information to you. I do not want any of my people to be going into danger. As for the sacrifice core, I can only guarantee that it will not fall into her hands. As for how things will
And then it will ultimately fall into her hands.
The creator will guide me.
Camille was actually destroying the dormant sacrifice?
Compared to Camille's motives, I'm more concerned about whether Hugo has more plans lined up.
Hugo.
Wise, Lycon just sent a message saying he's got something urgent that he needs to talk to us about now.
All right, let's patch him in.
We have been called by the butler.
Mr. Proxy, I apologize for disturbing you. We have just learned that the Ravenlock family will host a banquet tonight. This banquet is rather special, as they're allowing members of their family to invite business partners to attend. With Hartman at the center of controversy, there are many members of the family who are eager to use this opportunity to replace him. The mayor has been spreading rumors of a young tycoon who inherited a sizable fortune and is looking to partner with a person from an old and influential family. This information has lured a young man named Burton from the Ravenlock family.
You want me to pose as
Never mind.
and use Burton to infiltrate the banquet?
Correct. And Hartman's study is also located within the venue.
I see. Hartman's study might hold valuable information.
It seems like there's nothing left for me to do.
You can attend as her +1.
+1? Lord Nathan, please go with me!
He is
Master Proxy,
fucking smug.
requires your presence, so
Yes, just your presence will help me immensely.
Sure. If we go together, we'll be able to keep an eye out for each other. I'll accompany Vivian.
She just wants a date with you, doesn't she?
if you encounter any danger, please evacuate immediately or contact me for backup.
You have more than one. You have more than one hand. You can hold both hands.
I hope everything goes well for you tonight.
To be fair, for someone who has to hide her emotions, she's very bad at it.
That is exactly what Curb just said.
And this is why she's his favorite now. Curb has a type, and it's cinnamon rolls.
Fucking swirly. Congratulations, you're watching a romantic movie. Can we get dressed first?
No, we're not allowed. Oh, sorry. I No, we're not allowed to get dressed for the banquet. We're only allowed to have one character model unless we get costumes, which are pull only.
God damn it, Weiss, wear a suit.
This is the path I follow.
I know, but aren't they like you gotta buy or pull them?
Need something?
Oh.
Services are expensive. Nothing to fear. The cunning hairs are here.
Don't just think about it. Do it.
But Weiss doesn't have a suit, so he's gonna stick out like a sore fucking thumb. You'll never. Oh. Lady, he's dressed like a street vagabond.
Also, let's be honest, Vivian is our bodyguard. We cannot fight personally. I want wait, playable Bell? Oh.
And not one of them discovered that the umbrella is a fucking gun.
Now, how about you?
Sincerity. My presence here.
So no one discovered it was a fucking spear.
If we're to work together, Miss Banshee,
Which admittedly is worse than not discovering it's a fucking gun.
I am well aware of the ways of the Ravenlock family. If I were to come empty-handed.
So why does your umbrella have this big pointy end on it that's very clearly not just like a cap? Well, they're not going to strip search a lady going into a banquet. They're going to.
Does that not show my deepest sincerity?
Oh god, this just makes me think of the fucking Papers, Please booth. You know that? Like you do the security check, it's like turn it on, there's just a fucking bunch of rockets strapped to the legs. What the hell is this?
I am also well aware of why
God,
Harlan, despite
fucking
such a
rockets
massive scandal,
everywhere.
still remains in power.
Oh, do tell.
Exaltists, blessing, sacrifice, Landon. Where would you like me to start?
Lady, what the fuck are you talking about?
No,
Vivian, we were meant to be undercover. You weren't meant to say this shit blatantly to the first guy we talked to.
My companion and I are practically famished. Is this how you treat your guests?
Yeah, Vivian, use a more reliable lie, like we're dating now.
Perhaps when we've had our fill, we'll remember where the sacrifice is headed.
You know where the sacrifice
Remember,
is?
it's only a lie until it becomes the
Can we go get
truth.
something to eat now? And I'm also looking forward to receiving a special dessert from you. We can discuss what
Special
we will
dessert
do
from you?
while we enjoy dessert.
Of course. I wouldn't let such an important guest discuss matters on an empty stomach. As for dessert, I will prepare it myself, and I guarantee it will satisfy you. I'll come find you later. I wish you a
And this is how we get fed neurotoxin.
These kinds of people are exhausting to. I really don't know how Hugo used to put up with it.
Was there a special meaning to the dessert you mentioned just now? I thought he'd stay for longer, but he left once you said that.
Hugo taught me that bringing up dessert in such situations is a way of telling the other party they need to offer more. Fortunately, that old fox Hartman is terrified of losing power. He's definitely keeping the destruction of the sacrifice and the fact that the sacrifice core is fake hidden from the other family members. Otherwise, Burden wouldn't have been so willing to raise his offer. Lord Phaethon, let's find Hartman's study when the banquet is at its busiest.
I want to imagine that there was no deeper meaning there, and he just mistook it as like actual, like asking for dessert.
Hey, you want dessert? Warren Maroon currently eating a cupcake. You done store?
God damn, he didn't even lock it.
The security
Contact.
outside of the manor is really strict, but maybe it's more lax on the inside? Just in case, though, let's contact Lycon.
It's a trap. Just instantly the first thing we get told. It's a trap. Get out of there.
Hartman's recent correspondence is for clues. I still have concerns about the sacrifice core.
Right. Though the core he gave Dina was fake, Hartman might have left a trick up his sleeve and hid the real one.
Then let's split up.
Esteemed guests, is the catering at the Ravenlock family banquet not to your satisfaction? So much so that these two distinguished guests felt the need to come to my humble office to scavenge for food. Don't want to come out? Well, after all, you don't have long left. Burton, that greedy idiot, fell for the mayor's trap. But I never expected that he would bring you into my territory. I suppose I should thank him. Otherwise, I would have had to go to great lengths to eliminate you. Vivian, Phaethon, give Hugo my regards. Tell him I shall be taking the wealth and power of the Ravenlock family for myself. Bullet! How?
Dear uncle, why must we be so distant with one another?
Right, how the fuck did you lose the bullets in your own gun? You came in the room without checking that your gun was loaded?
Uncle, you must know a Ravenlock will never stop until they get what they want. Did you really think I would be defeated so soon? When I have yet to trample you into the dirt.
I love this man already. But like
He is smug as shit.
Petty tricks.
Petty tricks, you didn't even bother to check your own gun.
managed to accomplish using this faked death of mine?
This death of mine.
Dear uncle.
Oh god damn it!
Faking my own death. Hope it's all worth the theatrics in the end. It was just to keep Hartman off my back, but maybe I went a little overboard. The manager must be pretty shaken up. I should apologize at some point.
You're taking longer to rest than I expected.
Lycon, you think too highly of my physical capabilities. Well, thank you for your cooperation.
Oh, this guy is just actually a vampire. Okay.
At least your acting skills have improved.
Blood.
You know, I thought
What the vampire?
I thought there was a thing going on here with like the gothic stuff, but no, yet no, they're just literally vampires.
And he's teamed up with a werewolf.
I mean, is it really a werewolf when there is no like transformation involved? Is that not
Gosh.
just a wolf man?
I mean,
He
keep in
is
mind
a
it's
werewolf.
it's meant to be vibes, not one for one.
I didn't think you heard the joke I made.
You should be happy.
Yeah.
I don't think y'all realized the joke I made with Wolfman.
Drop your foolish facade.
I'm glad.
The real question is, are you Team Edward or are you Team Jacob?
And thank you for ensuring your sleight of hand.
I think
I'm
I
team keep your
have to
fan
default
fiction
to
to yourself,
Edward,
weirdo.
considering like I it's literally my name. I still can't believe I realized that only the other day.
What?
Sometimes I really don't understand you.
So, my real name, my middle, what Eddie comes from is my middle name, Edward. My brother JC, what his real name comes from is his first name, Jacob.
Oh, no.
So, if my brother and I are in an argument, who are you siding with? Team Edward or Team Jacob?
I hope that is unintentional naming.
It was.
God. That sounds like a Fallout like interaction with a follower. You're insane. Thank you.
Yeah, it was completely accidental because I was born in 2001, my brother in 2002, and Twilight didn't release until 2005.
Bullshit. No way.
Twilight Book 1 was originally published September 27th, 2005.
Dear God.
Don't get your tail in a twist.
Dear God.
There's more.
No.
I thought that was like an early, I thought that was like a pre-2005 book at like the latest.
Nope. But the rest of the series were like pumped out more than rabbits in the coming years. Because New Moon was 2006, Breaking Dawn 2008.
Just machine gun sounds as like the books are coming out the fucking printing press.
They absolutely spec'd auto recall quick shot.
And gather information on their collaboration with the reports of the Exalted. That's where I got my intel on what Bringer left. Oh, by the way, the signed declaration letter that your dear mayor received? That was also sent by yours truly. He's probably figured that out by now, right? Though I'm not sure if he told you.
The mayor learned about the sacrifice
You
attack.
dance with sharks, you can't avoid risk. I think the only risk I'm at when dancing with Helen is her falling asleep.
What he needed.
Yeah.
You are hopeless yet. How delightful. In short, I'm more well-informed than your lot because I get around, dealing with all these different important figures. But of course, it comes at a cost. It's only
Don't threaten me with a good time.
After all, you can't hide the smoke from a wildfire. Rather than trying to carefully tame it and risk setting yourself alight, it's better to let it burn free.
When I helped you put on your little act, killing you in front of everyone.
By the way, guess what's currently downloading on my computer?
Was intentional too, then?
Oh, yes.
What?
It worked like a charm.
No, that's already downloaded.
No one cares for me.
Oh, well, clearly
Is it
it's League of
Oblivion?
Legends.
No, God, no. Listen, people say that you and your beloved need to share the same hobbies, but there's a line that I am not crossing for Ari's
There's
sake.
a line I shall not cross.
There's a Ari, I love you. God, no.
God.
No, it's Oblivion remake.
It's really said Oblivion. I called it. I can't believe it. Why did you buy 120 gigabytes of Doom? Pokemon.
Because we've already played 150 gigabytes of Doom for over a year. No, I'm meaning the Oblivion remake is only 20 gigabytes smaller than Baldur's Gate 3.
Those words you said back then were also.
And I still remember that the original Oblivion was small as hell.
Yeah, the full game and DLCs was 6 gigabytes.
How do they turn 6 gigabytes into nearly 20
It just
times?
works.
No.
One is a bunch of graphics. 2 is the fact that they have actual quality models now and not face gen.
Before you say that, people are already sharing some pretty cursed shit, Pokemon.
Yes, I'm aware. The models are still objectively better than the freaking mid-2000s travesty. Yeah. They keep a lot of the systems, but keep it pretty tight. And the UI is just objectively better. It uses the both simplified and more conveying Skyrim UI for like overworld movement. For like the compass on the top of the screen and where your HP bars and the enemy HP bars are. So that like you can tell what's going on at a given time.
Kinky.
What exactly are you doing?
Don't look at me like that. If I didn't have to do this, I wouldn't. Hartman recently obtained a bizarre substance, most likely from those crazy exaltists. After use, it allows control of the victim's mind. To some extent.
You were dosed with it?
To be more precise, Lycon, I deliberately allowed Hartman to put this drug in my cup to facilitate our previous collaboration. After finding out about it, I quickly found someone to help analyze its composition. The good news is he gave me a very low dosage, perhaps because he was afraid I might notice. There's a different medication that can delay its
I just
onset,
realized Vivian would be
preventing it
considerably
from
shorter if she
actually
didn't
being
have
under
those
his
heels.
control. I simply need to put on a show in front of my dear uncle. The bad news is that currently there is no antidote. When I delay those effects, however, they will accumulate and erupt when my body reaches its limit. It may even break my mind. And that's exactly what's happening now. I need to endure those accumulated consequences. So, I will lock myself in this room for however long that takes. I've tied my limbs to prevent me from smashing this place or accidentally hurting myself. Anyway, after you leave, do not open this door, no matter what you hear.
I recommend seeking professional medical assistance.
This is advice I received from a doctor. Or are you saying you don't believe I can make it? So, I can't. Come find me here at the scheduled time. All you need to do is smile and await my victory.
What if I want to stop you?
You know you won't succeed. You never have. And you never will. Well, time is short. Let's begin.
I understand. Don't die, you stupid bastard.
Is this because the side effects haven't worn off yet? Lycon's late. I'm surprised. Or is something wrong with time itself? Looks like someone's over there. Might as well go ask.
It's all your fault. I wish I had never given birth to you.
Well, goddamn.
Everything will get better if you just die, right? If you die, he'll come back. We'll have another, more perfect child. One who will inherit the Ravenlock family bloodline. Then I'll be able to escape this pain. So, Hugo, for the sake of Mommy's happiness,
God.
So, I wasn't awake yet after all. That's because you don't want to wake up again. Who are you? I am you. Hidden deep within
Your inner self is a bamboo.
I am the shadow, the true self.
your so-called mother. Every time she bit you without reason, when she tried to gouge out your eyes, when she sold you into that hell, laughing all the while. You wanted to be the one to end her life. Why not admit your hatred? As you are, you can hunt her down. Hell of a childhood. She made you suffer. Yes.
I'm sorry, but I can't help but think of this voice being squeaky as hell because it's a tiny little, like, rabbit bot. Like,
I hate her because she was foolish and shallow, greedy and stupid. I hate her because she doesn't deserve to be a mother. She did everything she could to try and get into the Ravenlock family. Believing she could live a life of luxury without having to do anything and never realizing she was a pawn. Discarded from the very beginning. So she chose to blame me. Blame me for my heterochromia. Blame me for my very existence. But I won't kill her, because I know it won't change anything. She was incapable of loving me, just as she is incapable of loving herself. Have you been brainwashed by that dog? Keeping up the act of being some magnanimous and forgiving fool? Don't compare us. I've simply come to understand love or hate. I make my own choices, and they have nothing to do with anyone else. She sold you to the Ravenlock family for a huge sum of money. She used...
fuck, I was muted that entire time, but I did the whole ass Judge Doom reveal. No, I feel bad. I was muted the whole time.
in the Ravenlock Manor. Does it not torment you? Do you not feel the hatred? Do you not want to demand answers? Kill her. Only by killing her can you be truly free. For a long time, I thought the same way. But now...
But then I realized the wine was going to do my job for me.
to make a different choice. Stop lying to yourself. You never had a choice. This weak-minded thinking will only lead you to failure. Like before, you'll be nothing but a worm, trampled into the dirt by those so-called elites. Do you still not get it? This is how the world is, and always has been. Hesitate and you'll be the victim. If you don't grab your knife first, you'll end up being on the other end of the blade. If you want to change anything, you must first become the one who makes the rules. Just like that woman. The only reason she could treat us that way was because we were weak. So listen to me. Find that woman, kill her, and prove to this world your strength. It's what she deserves. Why forgive them? They don't deserve it. I'm not forgiving them. Or rather, I don't care about them. They don't even matter, at least not yet. You know, perhaps the person I hate the most, the one I truly cannot forgive, has never been someone else, but rather my weak, powerless past self who could do nothing but hide inside a closet and cry. I hate myself for having neither the strength nor the courage to resist. I hate myself for begging for so-called familial love, even after being treated so terribly. I hate that despite the pain of my wounds, I still hope to receive the carrot and not the stick. And that me is you, correct? So, I forgive you. I forgive myself.
You'll regret this, fool. Your pretty words mean nothing. You will ultimately return here to me.
I see. This is still an illusion. I wonder who's going to show up this time.
Brother! Hugo, let's play hide and seek. I'm already hiding. You'll find me, right? Like you always do.
God damn it, you're still not awake.
You're looking in the wrong place. I found an even better hiding spot this time. Harder to find than any place you showed me.
A coffin.
It's called the bottom of the bay. I'm sleeping with the fishes, dear sir.
Why I had to die?
It was because of me.
That's right. It was because of you. It's all your fault.
Okay, we need.
If you didn't exist, I wouldn't have had to.
I'm starting to realize why elves are always drinking wine. These motherfuckers must have clinical depression all the time. What the fuck? I was joking about the wine is killing his mother joke, but no, this is just good God. I know he's probably not an elf because different game, but setting, you know. But
Still looking in the wrong spot.
I am sorry. The bear person and the wolf person are not human. Those are beastmen.
There's also the demon girl.
Have you forgotten about me?
I haven't forgotten.
Okay, so it's just humans got to decide what counts as human. Got it.
Just like before.
I mean, it just implies that they're all a type of humanity in this case.
Wasn't I?
Do you not get what I'm trying to say? Like they're considered like sub.
Then tell me, why do good people always suffer?
So there is. This is a human. This is a robot. This is an animal. What happens if they overlap?
Tell me, Hugo, why?
What happens?
Hugo, are you lost? Go back the way you came. I left you a surprise there.
Well, I mean, are humans not animals? Oh, it's you again. Yeah, one's a furry and one's not.
Would you look at a human and and a wolfman side by side and say, yes, both of those are beastkin.
I mean, if you think about it, we are basically just
Shut up.
chimpanzees.
Stop saying when you think about it. That's the
But we are basically
worst answer to those
chimpanzees.
conversations.
But
all jacuzzis are hot tubs. Not all hot tubs are jacuzzis.
then what does the Oni come in? They're basically you fucking like Japanese like
That is
demon like on your.
That is the
like,
case
what?
of like tiefling or elf. That is, yeah, I agree.
Also, I mean, all that makes me think is that humanity is not so much one species, but a group of species that are all like related. Like they're all homo, and then follow up with a different thing. I forgot what the actual term is. I know Homo sapien. I forgot what the word for what classification sapien is. The family subtype yada yada, that classification, not hominid. I know what a hominid is. I know what Homo and sapien is. I just forgot the fucking word. Motherfucker, you are a servant. You are the definition of low blood. You are a scab. I told you you would eventually return. Is that my voice? That's the inner demon voice. I existed.
I know. This time it's about Serena.
You realize I'm just going to keep haunting you every second of this, right?
It was her kindness that led to her untimely death. It was my fault. I don't like the way you blame yourself. Because that means I'm to blame.
I don't think I did anything wrong.
I did anything wrong. Your mother sold you to the Ravenlocks. And your father, he saw your talent and wanted to use you to push the other children into competing with each other. My brothers and sisters wanted to get rid of me from the moment they first saw me. In their eyes, you were no more than a slave. But Serena dared to treat you, a slave, as if you were human. And so, she was fated to die. They tried to kill me many times, but I was careful, and they did not succeed.
Bro, your family is just a fucking shit show.
I was weaker, an easier target, and pinned everything on you. Serena died in your place.
Also, this does not read like a recipe for a successful business family in the slightest. Ah, yes, I'm going to have my children murder each other to be my heir. Sir, all your children are either dead or they fucking hate you. To be fair, most of the time when someone has that exact thought process, they wouldn't be angry if their child murdered them. That's the fucked up thought process there. However, boy, this is just going to end horribly. Because really, all I see is that someone's going to jail, or everyone in this family is going to end up dead, either at someone else's hand, or because you have literally basically made them commit suicide. Because pretty much no one is going to work for a literal serial killing mad person. Billionaires can be evil, but this is a bit ridiculous level of evil. This is fucking Code Geass level of evil. Benui.
I don't remember that.
Fuck.
Group Leader Grimm versus Nightmare King Grimm.
And I can just only think of the fucking Jekyll and Hyde musical.
Until he was barely recognizable. His disgusting blood staining your fists. Recall your exhilaration, your cathartic release of rage, that outpour of hatred. That victory belongs to you. You deserve it.
Those brothers and sisters of mine are all dead. I cannot take revenge against the long deceased.
They died by Hartman's hand, dying in the power struggle to become the Ravenlock family's heir, rather than by our side.
The shittiest, stupidest power struggle of all. And somehow they're still a successful business family.
I find it hilariously ironic. Children who would murder their own kin for scraps of power dead at the hand of their uncle who followed their example.
I swear, when you said they're not in tops yet, I pictured something completely different.
Pokemon.
Against each other, betrayal,
Bruh,
suspicion,
why?
and hatred.
Why would you picture that?
People of the same blood. It's like a curse.
Look at this image.
Into the Ravenlock family's genes.
What image? I do not see the image. I don't have Twitch on my phone. My
We're streaming on Discord.
I'm looking at. Okay, let me look on the Discord. Where's the fucking Discord one?
Well,
Hey,
it's
I'm
not on the
looking at, like,
screen
the Discord
anymore.
stream from Curb, and I don't see shit. Pokemon. I've been mainly to like just the gameplay. I don't see any weird image.
Survival of the fittest. Only the strongest deserve to live. Only the strongest deserve to rule. This is the path of
You're a eugenics man.
that has led the Ravenlock family to victory countless times.
I suddenly have even less respect for you, and that's impressive. I didn't think I could go much lower.
As long as you live, you'll never escape the mark of the family. You are destined to one day become someone like me, like your father.
Remind me, wasn't this Vivian's? Or am I dumb? Gotcha.
I won't become like my father. Never.
He won't become a failure.
Our power eclipses him, and so does our ambition. So, do not deny your own desires.
For an inner demon, you have taken the most adorable, like, non-threatening form you could ever take. And yet you can obviously transform into a more threatening and awkwardly homoerotic form. Yet you choose to be a fucking rabbit. And not just a rabbit, an adorable little potato rabbit. In a nice little suit. Oh god damn it, not again! Right back into the fucking... Hugo! Hugo, you should be able to tell by now. This is the fucking loop. It's right there!
I don't want to hear something like that from you. You have no idea what that man, my father, is really like.
A person who stops at nothing for their own interests and ambitions. Just like what you're doing right now.
And what do you think I'm doing this for?
All of this was part of your plan. You knew where the Ravenlock family was going to be, so you set Mockingbird's target there. To seek revenge, you plotted to assassinate your own father, but he was too vigilant, and you failed. After almost being assassinated, your father was furious and locked everyone in the hall, but was unable to find the assassin.
And what a coincidence that a hollow disaster just occurred in the vicinity. So he used it to eliminate all the unfamiliar faces there, turning them into victims of the hollow. An easy feat for the Ravenlock family. So, the one who killed innocents was my father, not me.
You knew what choice an extremist like him would make.
To be fair, he had no reason to believe that the father would literally decide to murder everybody if he didn't.
This time you succeeded. You killed your own father at the cost of innocent lives. Admit it, Hugo. You don't care about anyone else. The only thing you care about is your revenge. How is that any different from your father?
Enough. I'm tired. I may hate him for betraying me, but he wouldn't say something like that.
What?
You aren't Lycon. You're the other me. Hidden deep within my heart.
Oh god damn it!
I've been waiting for you, my dear.
Seems you've already grown accustomed to this place, even turning the tables on me.
Just as you said, you are me, and
You are me, I am you. That is literally just a Persona reference. That is literally just a Persona reference right there. They know exactly what they're doing.
forever inseparable.
Then you should know what I want to say. When you and Lycon split,
Sometimes murder is what brings justice back into this world. That is a concerning take to have, good sir.
They figured out a way to turn living humans into sacrifices. Yes, it's called murder.
Yes, it's called murder. Homicide, good sir. I don't think he said exactly that. Wait, really? Exactly those words. Good God, you are sounding like a Disney villain.
If you hadn't hesitated and instead seized the first opportunity to kill your father, none of what followed would have happened.
I mean, if you just bought a hunting rifle, you probably could have dealt with your father by now, but no.
Wouldn't have lost an eye and both legs trying to save people. And Mockingbird would have never gotten to that point. You can save more people. Save good people. Save more lives than the evil ones you take.
I've spent countless hours in regret over that incident.
So why not submit to your true nature? You want to be
Okay, inner demon, you went from like calling him out to being like, but why don't you just actually accept being an asshole?
I wasn't
Like,
responsible
what?
for Father's death. The true mastermind is my uncle, Hartman. His schemes to kill the head of the family were all so he could take control. Mockingbird was simply unlucky enough to get caught up in it. So, for a behemoth like the Ravenlock family, with its roots so deep, a single person's death, regardless of who that person is, wouldn't change anything. Of course, whether it's Tops, the Mayflower family, or even the entire world, it's actually all the same. I refuse to be dragged down by pointless hatred any longer.
You foolish, stubborn idiot. Do you understand the power of hatred? Have we not come this far precisely?
No, I won't lie. Hatred is a hell of a motivator to do things.
Hatred's one hell of a drug.
But just because you hate someone doesn't mean you have to become an asshole. You could hate something and also not be a dick. It's an amazing feat. It's called being a normal person. Unfortunately, your mind seems to believe that being a normal person is impossible.
All you'll receive is hatred from your own blood and no love. Suspicion from your companions and betrayal that comes all too easily. But the most ridiculous thing is that you want them to trust you. You stay silent and long for them to notice your suffering. You yearn for your companions' understanding and trust.
How it feels to have a lone wolf edgelord rogue in a D&D party is that sentence alone.
That's why you are incapable of exploiting them for your own ends. You care about their safety even more than your own. But remember,
Only the weak need companions, he said to a species that evolved to literally like rely on others of its own kind, or we would die.
let me show you what powers we can wield.
Then I guess called me weak.
And I'll never lose to myself.
But you are me. Myself to me. I'll never lose myself to me. That's a fucking weird take, but okay. So are we finally going to throw hands with the demon, or are we just going to keep staring it down? Hello.
I like the idea that we tossed the hat and it put it on.
Yeah. Ah, we've entered the Smash Bros. Mirror match.
Wait, he has a scythe briefcase.
Yep.
I love this man.
This setting is just Ruby, but with the fucking faunus being actual animals at this point.
And with the Grim being hollow.
Yeah. Anyway, we're about to do a mirror match. Oh, oop, there we go. The scythe is also a gun. He can shoot shit out of the scythe. You have a briefcase that is a scythe, but it is also a gun. I love how you say you're messing up, but you have been hit once and you have non-stop dropped this guy to like a fucking down a quarter. My brother in Christ. I can hear your mouth dying. I just hear clickety clack 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 clack. Just super loudly. Congratulations, you have barely dropped like to 75%. He is already under 20. This is not a Street Fighter tournament. You do not need to flex on the AI.
For what it's worth, thank you. Don't be afraid. You and I are inseparable. You're part of me.
You got a fucking butterfly knife, too.
Yep.
Fancy words won't change anything.
No. It's not just platitudes. I finally understand now. Some pain only fades when it's seen. When it's accepted. So I won't fight you anymore. I won't hate myself anymore.
To be fair, a butterfly knife is a pocket knife.
Shut up.
Weakness, hatred, malice, strength,
Or at least a type of pocket knife.
justice.
I won't fight you anymore, he says while Curb is still fighting.
I'm gonna kick your ass until you let me go.
Hugo.
You dead yet? Sadly, I cannot hear any of the actual stream audio.
Hugo, you...
Did I scare you? I made it through. I praise for me, my dearest partner?
Dude, it looks like you got the shit kicked out of you and pissed yourself. I can't exactly congratulate you on this.
This is just like what I saw in my dream. Ah, my former partner. You're still as punctual as ever.
Are you sure you're fully recovered?
How about we fight? And I'll show you how recovered I am.
I refuse to fight someone who is in need of medical attention.
How thoughtful. I'm touched. Or perhaps is this simply part of Victoria Housekeeping's professional care?
I'd rather you not starve to death. Not to your liking.
I'd rather you not starve to death, so I'll give you this chocolate coin.
No. I've just gone too long without food. It feels a bit uncomfortable. Either way. Thank you.
Now tell me, what exactly happened in the warehouse?
Just going a bit crazy from you know what? Were you expecting anything else? But I did have a very long dream. A dream about many things from the past. If I had to put it into words, it would be like giving myself psychological therapy. You seem like you
By punching my inner demons multiple times in the face with a giant scythe.
I'm a pro.
Seems you really have recovered.
Well, of course. I'm feeling pretty great right now. Like I could argue with you all day on every petty detail of who exactly was in the
You smell like shit.
I wanted to ask. What you said about Mockingbird
You may
before,
feel great, but you smell like shit. You need a bath.
was that part of
You've been in a goddamn warehouse on a lake on a seafront for how long? Like a day?
Changed anything or saved anyone. I didn't expect you to still be so hung up on this. Interesting. After all, it
Like, that shit must have been hot, humid, and fucking horrible. Or worse, it was like freezing fucking cold. Depends on the climate of this place, honestly.
deviated from its origins, but it has its value. You shouldn't reject the things you've done. Or Mockingbird.
I have contemplated this before. Yes. Mockingbird has helped some people and has genuinely managed to cause trouble. For those who abuse their positions of power for evil. Yet those in high positions still possess immense resources, and the people we helped remain destitute and suffering, willing to become slaves to those in power for scraps. But just as you said, even if what we did was childishly idealistic and flawed, as little as we actually achieved, even the slightest change is by no means meaningful.
Did you just double down?
I just realized I've been muting for this whole time on stream. I love my fucking OBS and the fucking hotkeys. I need to stop using them, I swear to God.
And I did not catch that on the stream because I had the stream muted.
I am so annoyed. Hotkeys.
And I...
Whatever, it's fine.
That's going to be hilarious if the stream could only hear some of us that whole time.
Just me. It's just me that was muted.
So the stream could hear everybody except Curb.
Mm-hmm.
So
They
they
must
only
think we're
heard
going
one half of
insane.
they only heard one half of the argument regarding humans, beastmen,
Yep.
robots.
It's fine, whatever. The stairs have
Must
the
think I'm
ocean. A gentle
insane.
breeze lifts his
God.
golden locks. The sunlight glances off of both of his eyes.
All right, let's catch up later. I still have things to do and need to wrap up my plan.
I thought you would rest up first.
As much as I would prefer that. My dear uncle and the Exaltus fanatics likely would not give me such an opportunity. If all has gone to plan, the fish will have taken the bait already. And if everything goes very well, I'll soon have solid evidence of the Ravenlock family's crimes. Well then, thank you for your assistance, former partner. Let's part ways here.
I'll go with you.
Lycon, surely you don't think that because I just recovered, I'm too weak to deal with those useless fools.
Hartman's actions will disturb
You
the
got that.
safety of New Eridu. As I serve the mayor, I should intervene.
Very well, whatever. Let's go. And don't slow me down.
Before that, don't you have something to tell me? What do you mean? Don't play coy with me. I know you're not spilling your whole plan. So, you kick things off by approaching Edmund from Top's Big Shots. How did you manage to sweet-talk him? I am a bit of an illegitimate child, but I have that Ravenlock family blood running through my veins. Funny enough, this Lord Edmund thinks direct lineage is way more noble than the side branches, which is absolutely laughable. So I played his arrogance to my advantage. And let's be real, I had some juicy intel to swap with those high rollers, but that's Mockingbird's secret, so I can't let any outsiders in on it. Was the sacrifice core from the mayor's lab your handiwork too? You could say that. The security there is no joke, so I had to leverage Tops for some extra intel. After all, as you know, they've got plenty of moles planted next to your mayor. And it was you who threw the sacrifice core up for auction to lure in the Exaltist. You knew they'd be all over it. Yup, I embedded the sacrifice core right into the robe of heroes. They actually managed pretty nicely, don't you think? Sick you. I'd heard after the auction they found a stash of counterfeit Denny's. Feel free to take wild guesses, but honestly, I think those Denny's would rather be out in the wild than sitting in those hoity-toity accounts. Then you found Hartman and talked him into a partnership, getting your hands on more intel and sacrifice and the Exaltists. After that, you shot that crime warning letter to the mayor, giving the city a legitimate reason to spring into action. Yep, that was spot on. Look at you, real genius over here. In the end, you face your own death to pull yourself out of the mess. And you used the whole show to redirect everyone's attention to Hartman and the Ravenlocks, keeping the Exaltists on their toes. Hold on a sec. That's all there is. Why did you let Hartman slip you the drug? I mean, you have a way to dodge that kind of thing. Lycon, I've got something I've been keeping under wraps. Actually, I've teamed up with your beloved mayor. What? When it comes to stopping the Exaltist, the mayor and I are on the same wavelength, so we can totally collaborate. What you should be wondering is why he didn't clue you in on all this. The mayor must have his own reasons. If you can convince yourself of that, more power to you. Just know if you ever want to swing back to Mockingbird, you can come beg me. I'll make sure to turn you down gracefully. Alright, enough chit-chat. We've got bigger things to deal with. You can come beg me. I'm gonna turn you down, but you can come beg. Oh, fucking silly. So that's actually kind of cool the way Hugo works. He pairs really well with Lycon.
Under the Ravenlock family, too. Those are Ravenlock's men. The workers with them are the victims who
They're just getting the crap beat out of them now. Hello.
They're dead now.
Come on, let's get them out of here.
You untie the workers. Thank goodness someone's here to save us. Thank you. You're welcome. So, could you tell us what those Ravenlocks did to you before they ran off? They're a bunch of liars. They tricked us into this hollow. They said that they had a job with high pay for us, but they had kept avoiding the topic after we got here. It didn't seem right, so I wanted to leave. They showed their true colors. They tied us all up and told us they were going to ship us off somewhere. They didn't make you take any weird medicine, did they? Medicine? No, but it was just us they tricked. Another group went that way. I see. Here, take this carrot. There's an exit nearby. You should get out of here as soon as possible.
Take this
Can't
carrot,
thank you enough.
and it's just a normal carrot.
It's just a fucking carrot. No. Let's go, Hugo. We must save the rest of them. You sure are eager.
Bunch of nobodies.
I want to wonder what these guys are thinking. They just see like a dude and a wolf man charge out of nowhere and start kicking everyone's ass.
Man, I love watching a vampire and a werewolf just kick the ass out of a bunch of random ass dock workers.
These aren't even dock workers. These are like professional, like.
Oh, then I feel less bad. I'm just saying that considering the setting.
No, yeah, these are not dock workers. These are people that are working for the Ravenlocks that are kidnapping people.
Gotcha.
In fact, they're rescuing the dock workers.
Correct. You untie the workers.
By the way, I just got called by my boss asking if I'm able to work next Monday. Because he doesn't have anyone else.
Who are you? Your saviors. Thank you. Thank you. I had a bad feeling about that group from the start. I shouldn't have ignored my gut instinct. Did those Ravenlocks do anything to you?
I say this with the highest praise. Hugo is someone I would do my Varys voice for.
Yeah. Well, we weren't exactly doing what we were told, so they tied us up. Nothing else? Good. Oh, right. There was another batch of workers ahead of us. They should be there on the roof. Don't worry, I'll handle it. You should get out of here as soon as you can. Let's continue.
Is Hartman behind this, too?
Of course. He threw them into the hollow like offerings for the Exaltists.
There's more over there. Let's hurry.
It's different this time. Don't rush in. Let's listen in on what they're saying first. I still need more direct evidence to ensure the plan is absolutely foolproof.
The compensation you promised. It's all real, right? All we have to do is follow you into the hollow for some simple tasks, and you'll give us a huge sum of dennies. Sounds real suspicious.
Shut your trap. You keep yapping and asking questions. If this is all so suspicious, why were you so eager to sign up for it?
You held us at gunpoint.
My daughter was previously caught in a hollow disaster and suffered severe corruption. The treatment costs have completely drained our family's savings. So that's why...
It's a
Mio?
A serious illness at a senior age. I need the money.
Who would risk taking a job like this unless they were desperate? I'll do it. No matter how suspicious. As long as I can get paid, I'll do anything.
Man.
Even risk my life.
I'm just here like, I want to play more Split Fiction. I wish there was more Split Fiction.
Family. You're part of a big company in Tops. You wouldn't go back on your word, right?
Don't worry. You'll get every dinny you were promised. But before we start, you all need to take this medicine first.
No.
The fierce man pulls out a bunch of white pills and gives one to each worker. Another Ravenlock family member seems a bit doubtful and leans in to whisper.
Bro, should we really be doing this already?
These workers keep talking. We're wasting time like this, and the sooner they take it, the sooner it'll be over. Consider it an early release for them.
What? You didn't say anything about having to take pills before. Look, this is good stuff, all right? It'll increase your ether aptitude. There's tons of people who'd kill for something like this.
Exactly! You'll be working in the hollow for several hours. This is essential medication. You have to take it before we continue. If you refuse, then you can forget about the job. Of course, you won't receive the compensation either.
Lycon, what are you doing?
Rescuing those workers, of course. There's clearly something off about those pills. We can't let them take them.
Now is not the right time. As I said, we need more evidence to ensure the plan.
Sorry, you don't get a say in this anymore.
You can't exploit innocence to achieve your goal.
So that's how you see it.
If that's not what you want me to think, then
I just realized it's been 15 years, or 16 years, nearly, since Oblivion initially released.
Trust me or not. But if you try to rush in, I will stop you.
I trust you.
Wait,
You should not have
the
trusted
workers
him.
have also made their decision. Except for the talkative worker, most of them already swallowed the pills. That's when the arrogant Ravenlock family member finally reveals his true nature, saying, "You think I'd let you run," while forcibly shoving the pill into the worker's mouth. After clearly capturing everything, Hugo lets out a sigh of relief.
All right. That's the evidence. Now we can go and beat them into the ground as much as you want.
Don't forget, you owe me an explanation. Also, don't overdo it and kill them. Even if they're the worst of the Ravenlock family.
All right, Your Holiness, Saint Lycon. Those were...
Who the hell are you?
Why don't you take a guess?
The Grim Reaper motherfucker, die.
Can't remember the last time we worked this well as a team.
He's got it.
God.
No, he's
Oh,
got
God.
it. He's got it.
Please.
How are they feeling? Before the abyss.
I'm fine.
To be honest, I think I prefer the way you used to fight. You had a lot more aggression.
Let the party begin.
I've merely learned to control my strength. When I need to be aggressive, I will be.
The two defeat the Ravenlock family members.
Who the hell are you? How dare you mess with the Ravenlock family?
Ravenlock. Savor the name while you can, for it will soon cease to exist.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means exactly what I said. I think this might be good for you. Sever your ties while you can. You still have a chance to walk your own path.
The family's honor comes above all else.
Is that really what you think? I saw the compassion on your face just now. You're not from the main family, right? That's why you were assigned to these trivial tasks.
I'm preloading the shaders for my Oblivion, and then I'm gonna be leaving for work.
Keep playing this boring game for them.
Fair.
I don't have a choice. From the moment I was born into the Ravenlock family,
You always have a choice. If you're willing to act.
Yeah, I will fully accept working a couple Mondays, considering we're still getting new employees, and the reason I'm doing it is because we have lost the jackass.
Hugo delivers a swift chop to the back of the necks of the Ravenlock family members.
Hugo, you have killed both of them.
Just enough to keep them quiet.
That's the plan.
How's that? My acting's pretty good, right?
As always, a certain someone should take some lessons from you. I'll leave the rest to you then.
Okie dokie.
The workers carry the Ravenlock family members away. Now only Lycon and Hugo remain.
We bribed the workers to...
What's going on here?
As you can see, that worker just now was actually an informant of mine. The pills were swapped out with vitamin tablets. Outside of this batch, some workers have already taken the actual substance Hartman has. But rest assured, the antidote for it is already in development. I found the best in the field to help. And with the data I collected before, we should have results soon.
I wanted to ask, the reason you decided to lock yourself in a room and endure the effects of the drug, besides getting evidence, it was also to collect data on this drug in order to create an antidote, correct?
It seems you're not completely beyond hope.
I thought you were just...
I don't see how going through withdrawal would help with that, but okay.
If you know me at all.
Then I have one last question.
You just don't understand, man.
I mean, you do kind of need to know the symptoms as well, but you don't want to go through with like human testing with that regard.
Usually you stick to animals for that. Oh, I feel like that's a bad choice of words with who else is here.
Before he passed away, and
that's a bad joke to make.
when Jack called
I'm sorry.
you aside and gave you those warnings.
When he told me you might go down the wrong path.
That's right.
You've never said anything.
What would I even do? Scream and rage over your suspicions, or get on my knees and beg for you to trust me? You know there's no way I'd allow myself to do such a thing. Besides, back then, even I was confused about myself.
Jack.
It's all in the past. You don't need to explain anything to me. Enough. We should get going. If we're going to reminisce over the past, we should find a more suitable location.
After leaving the hollow, the two arrive at a place with a nice scenery.
That incident back then. I didn't do it. It was a scheme Hartman devised to take over the family. It was Hartman who killed my father, too. I only discovered the truth long after the fact. I did indeed attack my father, and I thought he was dead. But he wasn't. I couldn't kill him. And even before that, if I hadn't hesitated, none of what followed would have happened. Even now,
To be fair, that doesn't sound like you hesitated. That sounds more like you miscalculated. If you thought he was dead regardless, I think you just made a mistake.
I know we may never agree on that point, Lycon. I once wanted to fight against those ugly truths that defined me, but I discovered that the more I rejected them, the more painful it became. So, I could only accept that crazed, hateful, and malicious side of myself. As long as I know I will never become like my father, like Hartman, that is enough for me.
You've changed, but I think that might be a good thing.
Don't patronize me. You've changed a lot too, compared to before. I still disagree with Jack's words, and I won't forgive your betrayal. I will walk the path I believe is right, even if I must tread over thorns and through the mud. But I will also allow you to walk your own path. Lycon.
Should I say thank you?
You're welcome. Come to think of it, we haven't talked about your legs and eye.
It was just an accident, not your fault. I'm doing well now. I hope you are too. On the contrary, perhaps I should be the one apologizing. I misjudged you. I used to think you wanted power, that everything you did was for your own ambitions. I thought you wanted the power to pass judgment on all in this world, like a god.
I am a god. I am my own god. Or you could say that in this world, everyone is their own god. There are many things that we are powerless to change. But there are also many choices we can make.
In this world, everyone is their own god. In the twins' case, this is literal.
Anyway, gotta leave. Later.
Later.
Yep. See ya.
I'm glad you think that way.
Let's go. I still have one last thing to do. To witness the end of
Anyway, we're
And
about to see a
so-
man forget to load his damn revolver.
And so we return. Yeah. Could you fucking imagine during all of this, Hartman just pulls out a fucking magazine, loads it with more bullets, puts it back in the gun. It's like, are you done? I have bullets now.
I want to imagine Hartman leaves the room, comes back with a box of bullets, and is just reloading the revolver. Like,
As Hugo recounts the process of gathering evidence, Hartman, unable to listen any longer, slams the table in anger.
Really think you can take my place if I die? Never, you filthy bastard! Your little tricks mean nothing. As long as the Ravenlock family stands, I can still get back on my feet.
You still don't get it, do you? This was never about avenging my father. And I don't care about taking your place. I didn't come this far just to kill you. That'd be pathetic. Right on cue. Why don't you take a look at this, Uncle?
On behalf of Tops, I'd like to clarify that we had no involvement in the Ravenlock family's actions. Tops is officially terminating all partnerships with the Ravenlock family, effective immediately. We will have no further affiliation with them.
Are you crazy? What the hell do you get out of ruining the Ravenlocks? You want to be a petty thief forever?
Thief? Oh, Uncle. Allow me to reintroduce myself. I'm the name people whisper about. The one who robs the rich and gives to the poor. I'm the master con artist who can fool anyone, anytime. I'm the leader of Mockingbird. The one who turns every headline into my own stage. I have friends who'd catch me if I fall, partners who'd shed tears for me, and allies who always have my back. I am Hugo Vlad. You're the one who needs the Ravenlock name. I never did.
You ungrateful bastard! You should have never been born.
You flatter me. Same goes for you, Uncle.
Wait, so he just lets you leave?
You leave the Ravenlock Manor on Hugo's speedboat. After reaching Port Elpis, you all wait for Lycon to arrive.
You've done well, Vivian.
You had better give me an explanation.
And here I thought this would be a touching reunion. What's with all the anger?
Hugo, I'm a member of Mockingbird too, and I mourned your death.
Listen, Vivian. I don't want you or the people you cherish to get caught up in danger because of me. I've always been selfish, so I don't hesitate to use you all as variables in my plans. But it is because I am selfish that I also don't want my failures to affect my treasured companions. In any case, if you were in the same position, would you not make the same decisions? Lycon's taking care of everything outside. We should go. Also, Wise, thank you. And I'm sorry for the whole act where I threatened you. It was the only way for Hartman to drop his guard against you and leave you be. I, Hugo Vlad, am forever indebted to you.
With Lycon's assistance, you successfully leave the Ravenlock family manor and return to the video store.
Master Proxy, although it is late, there is some important intel that I must give you now.
Actually, yes, Vivian, I do have a question before we leave. Can you tell me when the next Obol Squad banner is? It's important. I need this information.
Did you know about Hugo's plan to fake his death and everything that's been happening, Lycon?
I was simply playing along. After all, I could not determine whether Hugo's plan would pose a threat to you. You are a student of the mayor's late friend, and I am obligated to protect you.
still have that habit of finding awkward excuses when you're embarrassed.
Mr. Hugo Vlad, if you have any important intelligence to share, please do so with haste. I need to return to rest before midnight.
Oh!
Sure are, close.
For the sake of a certain old fossil's sleep schedule, I'll keep it brief. I learned from Camille that Dina intends to embed the sacrifice core into the sacrifice. Apparently, it will make the sacrifice much stronger. Sacrifices created this way will not retain their minds and will indiscriminately attack all living beings, including their creator. So the Exaltists don't do this. It would bring them no benefit. But Dina's concoction can control people's minds. If a person takes the pill and is injected with the serum Landon left behind, the sacrifice would be under its creator's control. Although the dormant sacrifice has been destroyed, Dina found a batch of that serum her father created and wants to create new sacrifices.
Putting aside the sacrifice for now, Hartman's sacrifice core is fake. We don't know where the real one disappeared to.
The real core has always been here.
Yep.
Here? In Lord Bathan's video store?
Vivian, do you remember when I suggested you give that to our dear proxy?
I remember. But that was just an ordinary pendant. And I've met the person who submitted it. She has absolutely no connection to the Exaltists.
How about our dear proxy take out that pendant so we can take a look?
After finding the pendant sent by Vivian, Hugo takes it and gently presses a hidden clasp. The pendant clicks open from the middle. Inside is the sacrifice core. Well,
you know, it would have been funny if that actually was the wrong pendant. Just, oh no!
I will hand over this core to the mayor as agreed. Since he fulfilled his promise to protect Vivian and the manager while I was pretending to be dead, I won't go back on my promises.
No wonder the mayor would promote rhetoric favorable to Mockingbird. I can't believe I thought he was actually being sincere.
Since we have the sacrifice core, all we have to do now is stop Dina from using innocent people to make more sacrifices.
Yes, and we need to destroy the last batch of Landon's serum.
Hopefully with no options left, Dina will give up her obsession.
All right, that's the important stuff. I'm going to go and confirm where Landon's serum's been stashed. I'll contact you again once I have something.
what's wrong, Lycon? Weren't you in a rush to get back and rest? You act like you're gonna turn into a werewolf after midnight or something.
Oh.
How are you feeling now? Relax, I'm not kicking the bucket yet. But you look a bit more run down than before. Just getting over something nasty, that's all. Risking your neck like that wasn't exactly smart. Maybe you should have... Lycon, remember what I said back when I faked my death? For a permanent and absolute victory, we must endure the pain of cutting away rotten flesh and preserve through the darkest hour before dawn. Not wrong, sure, but it was arrogant enough. Instead of playing God and picking who lives or dies, I'd rather just do what I can to. Because at the end of the day, a person can only shape their own destiny, nothing more. You've really come a long way. Well, I appreciate the compliment. Hugo, you've got a lot of explaining to do. No more secrets. I will. I'll lay it all out, I promise. After a little chat, Lycon, Hugo, and Vivian say their goodbye and take off. Back in your room, you drift off to sleep. Wise, Hugo sent a message earlier. There's new progress on the sacrifice situation. They found a large batch of unused sacrifice serum. He wants us to be their guide. He, Vivian, and Lycon will be heading into the Hollow with us to destroy the serum. And I'll use the HDD system this time to head in with you. When you're ready, just give me a shout, Wise. Remember to bring Eos with you. Do we have time? Yeah, fuck it. We can push it a little longer today. Hopefully it won't take too much longer.
Oh, we're just going back into the warehouse where he had a...
Dear managers, you're here. Having two Lord Phaethons leading the way for me, I must be the luckiest person alive. We'll be counting on you two as, according to my intel, this is quite the large batch of serum. My guess is that Dina won't put up all the serum in one place, so we may have to split up. Just to be safe, we'll be counting on both of you to guide us. Once you're both ready, let's head into the hollow. Let's do it.
Let's go. Anyway, we're going into here.
Landon's stash should be somewhere nearby. I did some digging. Some of the missing workers were brought here too. Dina's getting ready to make her move.
Don't worry, we'll clear them out.
They're trying to destroy the goods! Stop them!
Do it, I dare you. Do it, I dare you.
We need to take care of the guard.
Yeah, fuck, nerd.
Awaiting orders.
Allow me to refill. Some of the serum is stored in this warehouse.
You're not taking
Wow.
anything from here.
Say no more. Hugo, get the guards first. Understood.
Well, it's not a burger, Ambi, so you probably wouldn't be interested in it anyways.
I'm part of Mockingbird.
I surrender.
Daydream?
You just stepped into your own grave! I'll eliminate any obstacle!
Tales for the dawn that sets the world alight. Let the party begin.
Dead. Erased from existence.
Nobody would put a ring in a lunchbox if it spoiled the taste. Vivian, who says that?
Vivian, apparently.
Awaiting orders.
Head for flowers that bloom.
Guys, why did you put, like, bull horns on your helmets? It's a very bad choice.
Since they're still here, it means Dina
Maybe they're
hasn't
just horny.
executed the final step of her plan.
There's likely a lot more stashed around here, and we have yet to locate the missing people. Our actions here were
But they don't work for a dungeon keeper.
making plans to deal with us on
You don't know that.
With Landon and Dina's concoctions combined, she may be capable of creating a sacrifice that obeys her. If it comes to that, this will get far more troublesome.
How about we split up? Hugo and Lycon will destroy what remains of the substance around here, and Vivian and I will go search elsewhere.
Very well. Let's go with your plan. But be careful if you encounter Dina and her people. According to Camille, she's absolutely obsessed with completing her father's dying wish. Who knows what she may try. Let's part ways here for now. And perhaps the other manager could use Eos to guide us.
Sure. I've been feeling way better these past few days. Leave it to me.
It's only now that I realize how fortunate we are to have two Lord Faithins.
Yeah, but I feel like our work's doubled. In the past, Wise and I would only ever work on the same route.
Greater power means more responsibility. And in any case, I'm sure the mayor would be able to provide double compensation.
He better.
He's a very generous person, after all. Right, Lycon?
I will request additional compensation from the mayor.
It's not about compensation. It's just... I'm still not used to us being separated in the Hollow, so I'm worried about Wise's safety. Oh, but I have no doubt in your abilities. I just haven't gotten used to it yet.
Just wait until we start fighting. As they talk, Vivian stands behind them and suddenly sheds tears as she gazes at one of them. She turns and quickly approaches the area where Landon's serum is stored. Vivian recalls the tears she shed when looking at Phaethon and the destiny she saw then.
This is the future I saw. Lord Phaethon.
Vivian closes her eyes as if making a decision, then grabs a vial
What are
of
you
Landon's
doing?
serum. If a tragedy is inevitable, then let the misfortune fall upon me.
Don't do it! Don't you do it!
I will make sure the future I saw does not come to pass. I don't want to bring you misfortune. That's all I wish for.
We're about to get drugged. We're about to get drugged.
Leave this to me, Lord Phaethon. Lord Phaethon.
Is that the inner demon bamboo over there?
Yeah, that's Robin. That's the
Be more serum here.
that's the bamboo that Mockingbird uses.
How dare you steal from Lady Dina?
We're really not stealing, dude. You noticed a lot of it's still there. We're just trying to break the box in the way. God, God. They
Evaporated.
didn't volunteer for this.
Don't want any more. I don't think I'm gonna make it. Just end my pain, please. We're here to save you. Are there any other captives? There were, but they all turned into ethereals. So many ethereals. They're all dead. Please just let us go. That girl never intended to let us live. Friends will get you out. We'll deal with this. Don't be afraid. You'll get out of this hollow alive. We promise. Really? Oh, thank goodness. Be careful. So many people were brought in with us. They're all ethereals now. Really, really scary ethereals. I can't even imagine what she's planning to do with such a massive horde of ethereals. People will die. Everyone will be killed by those ethereals. Hush, say no more. My friends will get you out. Leave the rest to us. After contacting Hugo and Lycon, they quickly arrive. You eventually decide to have them first take the civilians to a safe place, while Vivian and you continue to search for any overlooked serum or victims. Shortly after they leave, a familiar voice comes.
It must have been tough for you to find this place. Vivian, if you had stayed out of it, I wouldn't be so eager to get rid of you. Those people have been taken to safety. You're all out of options.
They're just mere test subjects. So what if they get away?
There will always be people consumed by greed. And therefore, they will come willingly to me. In any case, what are a few sacrifices in comparison to the completion of Father's grand ambition? Dina, you deceived those people. They didn't come willingly to you. You tricked them, just like Landon did back then.
Deceived? Father gave hope to those who had everything taken from them by the Hollows.
Vivian, you once rejoiced at the hope Father offered you, too. Before Father took you in, you were no more than an omen of disaster that no one wanted. It was Father who gave you shelter and a purpose for existing. Do you remember the first time you bestowed a blessing under Father's guidance? How did you feel when that person looked at you with adoration and gratefulness? That was the first time you felt hope. Like your existence had a purpose, right? Don't forget that it was Father who, through what you call deception, gave you hope. And you, what have you done? You basked in Father's attention and everyone's adoration, only to destroy everything. Do you think that by leaving the Exaltists, those people will live better lives? Of course not. Those who suffered under the Hollows will only continue on as walking corpses, without the hope Father gave them. Do you really think you're some sort of savior, Vivian? In the end, you're just an ungrateful brat who brings misfortune to those around her.
You talking mad shit to someone who was terrified when you heard you were going to be given it.
You say it's because of greed that people willingly
She wasn't terrified.
Perhaps those people aren't entirely virtuous, but that greed is just wanting to live a better life beyond the Hollows. What you and Landon have done was never about giving people hope, but exploiting it. Stop lying to yourself. Deep down, you know what Landon did was cruel. No. Back then, when Landon wanted to inject you with the serum, the fear in your face...
Oh, that's true. She doesn't have that. That's right. No, that's right.
Yeah, did you not hear me when I said...
No, I forgot about that one.
Righteous as you claim. Then why did you make such an expression, Dina? Don't look at me with such pity! Father did nothing wrong. All of this is to make something of the Hollows other than disaster. That's everyone's only hope. Dina, it's not too late to stop. Stop living in this lie. You know what would happen if a sacrifice loses control and escapes the Hollow. It's not the Hollows that are to blame for those people's deaths, but the hope you keep talking about. That will cause more despair and claim more lives. That is merely the necessary sacrifice to accomplish a greater goal. No one deserves to be a sacrifice. Your hypocritical magnanimity disgusts me. I can always go and get more test subjects if they've escaped. And I will be able to replicate Father's serum with enough time. With you gone, I'll be able to complete Father's gift to the Creator and fulfill his last wish. Camille, release the failed subjects.
Lady Dina.
Camille, are you going to do what you did before? You keep saying you'll follow the Creator, but it's all lies.
Lady Dina, the Hollows took my family from me. I understand that there's no way to get back what I've lost. It was Lord Landon who told me that the Creator would guide me. One day, Hollows will no longer be disasters. Everyone will be able to survive inside them. I look forward to the day when this hope becomes reality. I watched you grow up, and I know that you've always looked up to your father. He gives you hope, and
But he did try to shoot you.
that hope with my own hands. I know the pain of loss, so I've always felt guilty. I want to atone for the hope I destroyed. But Dina, I don't want to ruin more lives, and I don't want to continue watching you destroy yourself. Vivian is right. Not everyone wants to live in false hope. So, please, stop.
Camille, are you abandoning me too?
I'm not abandoning you. I just don't want to see you go past the point of no return.
The point of no return? I passed that point ages ago.
No, Dina. You can still
No,
take
she
back.
can't.
I'll be your way back.
That's a very fun little reference there. I love you, Zenless devs.
Someone needs to take the fall for this.
Aristona T.
Let it be me. I did it. All of it. I've been forcing Landon's only daughter, Dina, to research how to create sacrifices. I colluded with the Ravenlock family for my own gain. Everything Dina did was under duress. Since I've kept her captive for so long, she doesn't have the skills to survive as an independent member of society. She'll need a caretaker and teacher. Someone who will look after her and educate her.
No!
This was a poorly thought out plan.
I refuse to accept this!
Dina, I'm going to dispose of those failed subjects.
I won't allow it! You'll die! I won't allow it! You can't leave me. I command you! You've always followed my orders, and you will follow them now!
It wasn't your orders that I've been following. My younger sister, who was stolen from me by the Hollows, also had such beautiful red hair. When Landon told me the Creator could bring me hope...
Chewy coffee, huh? That's concerning. Coffee should not be chewy.
Then and there, that this was the hope the Creator had given me. Start over, Dina. You still have so long, so much time. You'll make friends, find people who love you, and make many beautiful memories.
I'm sorry, I can't feel sorry for a literal mass murdering villain. No matter how, like, sympathetic the backstory.
Goodbye, Dina. And I'm sorry, Vivian. I'll leave the rest to you.
Camille resolutely walks towards the fissure, as Dina stares after her disappearing figure. After a moment, she walks forward. Vivian is about to stop her, but Dina uses the controls to open a container door. Ethereal surge out, blocking the path.
Wow, that did not go well.
We can't let Camille's efforts go to waste. There's a little kick. Don't touch me. Let's go after Dina, Lord Basin.
Oh. Well, that was violent.
Are you satisfied now, Vivian? You were the one who brought yourself to this point.
You're saying this is all my fault? Losing my father, losing Camille. I wish you had never come into my life. At first, when father brought you home, I was happy. There are so many Exaltists. Yet father never allowed me to get too close with any of them. I never had any friends either. But when father brought you back, he told me to take good care of you. That you were my first friend. I was also so happy the first time you took my place in helping father select a person to receive the blessing, because it meant you were different from all those other people. You could stay with me, but soon I grew jealous. You took the attention that should have belonged to me. You even took father's love from me.
It's only because of my ability that Landon...
I know, but Vivian, jealousy is something you cannot control. Of course, the same goes for fear and hatred. I was terrified that one day you would look at me and shed tears. I knew if that day ever came, father would not hesitate to force the blessing upon me. And when that day did come, I hated you for causing my father's death.
Tina, you knew everything about what happened back then, so... why are you still defending Landon? And why didn't you tell me back then? If I had known earlier, maybe I could have found a way.
Because it's the only thing that makes me more special than you, no? It proves I had father's trust. I was more useful to him. Vivian, you said you wandered without a home ever since you were young, hated by anyone you encountered. You were happy to gain recognition from everyone and help father when you were among the Exaltists. But in the end, you discovered you were being used.
So you felt betrayed and hurt. Then, what about me? All I ever had was my father. I've never known a life outside of the Exaltists. Ever since I was young, my only purpose was to help Father select who was to be blessed. The only purpose I had was my father and the Exaltists. I've never been taught anything else, Vivian. It is what little value I have, and have ever had. In the end, you took even that from me, and completely destroyed it. You think you're doing good and fighting evil. You've only managed to affect a small part of your world. But have you ever wondered if maybe that's all there is to my world? I never wanted to hurt you. You were also my first friend. And that's why I wanted to save you back then. Save me? You and Camille all talk about saving me. Why don't you understand? To me, loss is so much more painful than death. Tina, you can start over. Everything Camille did was so you could live on. Let's leave the Hollow together. There are so many amazing places in New Eridu. This time, I'll take care of you. I've also met so many amazing people. I'm sure they'll love you too. Okay, Tina? Vivian, I can't forgive you. And I don't want to forgive you. I have nothing left. If what little hatred I do still harbor were taken from me, well, I refuse to be so pitiful. I won't apologize, Vivian.
Did you literally
Tina
just say
closes
that you
her
would...
eyes and injects a vial of serum into her own arm. Soon, ether crystals appear on her body, a sign of corruption.
I want to hate myself, so I can only hate you for killing my father, and hate Camille for leaving me. That's just the kind of person I am. Hateful and despicable. I refuse to owe anyone anything. I refuse to feel regret. I won't. Vivian, I will keep hating you. I will take all who are precious to you. I will also hate Camille. So I won't do as she wished and start a new life. Vivian, if you had never existed, if I had never... you would be... Lord Phaethon, please do not interfere. She was my first friend. I'm going to bid her farewell.
Well, that plot thread went nowhere. Oh. Hello there. You're a big scary dragon. I feel a bit disgruntled. The design doesn't look that unique compared to a lot of other things. Anyway, time to literally just murder a box again.
Ow. Fuck you. No. No. No.
Get him.
Not allowed.
Get him, Herb. Fuck him up. Click faster. Fuck him up harder.
Yeah.
Unless you're playing Soldier, then you gotta time your clicks.
Not if you're playing Soldier correctly. Gotta build up that meter so you can just mash anyways.
True. God, I'm looking forward to what they do for a rework for her.
Same. Oh my god, stop. Fuck you.
At this point, you're letting it hit you just so it's not as one-sided of the kicking.
Specifically, I was waiting for a dodge counter, because that's where the actual damage combo lies for Vivian, it seems. There we go.
A bit depressing that,
Vivian, behind you!
Hugh.
What happened? What the...
Oh. Well, that was violent.
Lies. Don't come near me. This is my own choice. I will change the fate I saw.
Vivian!
I just want you to remember me when I looked my best.
Vivian! Careful. Vivian, your body.
I'm sorry you had to see me like this, but I don't want to be the one that only brings misfortune anymore.
Hey, Hugo, I hope you develop that cure.
Be another way.
So warm, and the night is beautiful.
Vivian?
Well, at least it was just a casual death instead of the alternative option.
Oh, what the fuck?
No. It can't end like this.
Fucking what?
What? What?
Not the direction I expected that to go.
Confusing direction, okay.
It feels as if you had a long dream where you saw your teacher again with her familiar smile. But soon the environment and your teacher both dissolve into the water, like behind a misty curtain, blurring and then vanishing.
Wise! Wise, you're finally awake.
I'm at the store? I remember I was with Vivian. Wait, she injected herself with Landon's serum. Is she okay?
Hugo and Lycon brought you out of the hollow. You scared me to death. Thank goodness you woke up. And you said Vivian used the serum on herself? But she looked fine to me, bar a couple of scratches. Hugo sent me a message earlier saying he got her checked over and she was alright. Do you remember what happened?
The situation was dire, so Vivian used the serum on herself to defeat the ethereals. I saw the crystallization process starting to occur. I can't describe exactly what happened. I saw something blurry, but I just wanted to stop Vivian's corruption process. I don't know exactly what I did, but then I lost consciousness. What happened after that?
When I let Hugo and Lycon there, it was just you and Vivian lying there on the ground. We couldn't wake either of you. Let's put that aside for now. Do you feel any discomfort-wise?
I'm a bit dizzy, but otherwise, I'm fine. Don't worry.
Phew, that's good. You should rest for tonight. Hugo and Vivian said they'll come over tomorrow, so we can discuss the details then.
Okay. Sorry for worrying you, Bill. Good night.
I'm kind of confused what happens if you go the other way around there.
This time, there are no strange sounds or sights in your dream, and you sleep peacefully throughout the night. Shortly after you wake,
So-
Vivian, Hugo, and Lycon arrive at the video store.
Lord Faithin! How are you feeling? No headaches? Leg pains? Heart palpitations? Loss of appetite?
Vivian?
I was just so worried. Sorry. Anyway, Lord Faithin, I'm so glad you're okay. What happened this time was all my fault.
Things were dire, and you did what you had to. Plus, if it weren't for you, we wouldn't be here now.
So what happened? Wai said he saw the crystallization process start, but I didn't see anything through EOS. Hugo? Lycon? Did either of you guys see it?
Allow me to explain. Miss Vivian told us what happened after she awoke, and the mayor arranged a full medical checkup for her. Based on the results, Miss Vivian indeed shows mild corruption sequela. But if the crystallization process had already started, the lingering effects should be far more severe. To be precise, if the process had already reached the point of mass surface crystallization, it should have taken no time at all to become an ethereal. So, the mayor theorizes that it was the etheric energy within Master Proxy's body that affected Vivian's condition and the surrounding etheric particles, causing Vivian's corruption to recede. Essentially, corruption is a reaction between the etheric particles inside the body and in the surrounding environment. Therefore, it's not necessarily irreversible, just that currently our mainstream method of defense is prevention.
I'm having a hard time believing that, even if it's coming from you, Lycon. It's almost like you're claiming I can manipulate etheric energy.
Master Proxy, you are special. This is a gift your teacher left you.
A gift from our teacher? How come I never knew about it?
I don't know all the details, so I cannot explain everything to you. My apologies. However, Miss Yixuan might be able to answer some of your questions.
Training arc. Training arc.
She will visit you sometime soon, so please feel free to ask her any questions you may have. She has quite an eccentric personality. If she causes you any inconvenience...
Can I file a complaint about her with you if she does?
Master Proxy, you have always been a people person, so I trust you will handle things just fine.
The way you said that just makes me more worried.
In any case, the mayor has asked me to give everyone his most sincere gratitude. Unfortunately, the mayor could not come personally, but has promised everyone a favor. Provided it's within his means, he will offer his unconditional assistance once. There is no time limit on this favor.
Unconditional, What if I wanted his position as mayor?
If that is what you desire, then the mayor and his subordinates will be first in line to vote for you in the next election. As for the other votes, you'll have to work for them on your own. But should you assume I hope you take full responsibility
Loophole
for handling
abuse.
all day-to-day matters and lead by example. By sheer happenstance, the mayor has provided you with a copy of his current assignment, the City Waste Sorting and Processing Proposal.
Old fox.
Well, can I request Lord Phaethon's?
The mayor imagined, you might ask. I have prepared all the necessary documents, and the ceremony expenses will be covered by the mayor as a gift. As long as Master Proxy agrees, we can sign and process the documents immediately. But this matter requires or one party's lack of...
What I'm hearing is the mayor loopholed the shit out of everyone here.
No, she just wants a marriage papers. Yeah.
Please sign these documents. This is a marriage certificate. I don't know what you mean. I need you to sign these documents.
First, before you decide the timing of that favor.
Hugo and Lycon are still bickering, and Vivian sits to one side, eager and anticipatory. As always, you can smell the aroma of noodles from the neighboring noodle shop and hear snippets of Elfie's music from her store. Thank goodness. Time goes on, but there will always be friends by your side. After eating, Hugo, Lycon, and Vivian take their leave. Liza, are you feeling alright? Well, Lycon talked about controlling ether particles. He said it was a gift from our teacher. I keep thinking about it. I feel like something insane is gonna happen. No, I can't think about this right now. You only just recovered, Wise. You should get some rest. We'll talk about this later.
I assume this entire situation flips around if you chose the other character, right?
As in, yeah, like, Belle is in the actual ether and, like, is the one to, like, yeah. I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Ah.
Thinking about
lesbian.
Yes, correct. Both of them are
Vivian.
very bi-coded. Thinking back on it, sure a lot has happened recently. Can I really control etheric energy? Is this a gift from our teacher? A gift our teacher left us? Then doesn't that prove that her research was focused on mitigating damage to the hollows on humanity? Perhaps this can serve as evidence that she was innocent, but I don't feel anything yet. It doesn't feel like I have any special powers. Your thoughts are all jumbled together and your mind feels heavier and heavier. You drift off without realizing it. Well. Alright. New Eridu continues to coexist with sacrifice, and neither daily life nor hidden crises ever cease. The new stories in the distant horizons are surely exciting, but one should also cherish each passing day, present or past. One day they'll become memories worth holding on to. Alright.
The entire ending of that story ended with everyone dying except for the heroes.
Talk to... What is it, Belle? Why, someone calling herself Yizhuan is here for you. She's dressed like one of those masters of the mystic arts from those movies. Do you know her? She saved me in the hollow. I do. She saved Vivian and me when we encountered some ethereals in the hollow once. Belle, do you remember what the mayor said before? That he'd bring in a Void Hunter rank special investigator to help us adjust to our ether aptitude? Yizhuan is that investigator. I see. No wonder she has such unique presence. According to her, we have good feng shui. Feng shui? Feng shui. Whatever.
Feng shui.
Feng shui.
Feng shui.
And 6th Street is geometrically blessed and a good place to live, too. That makes sense.
Oh, dear God, she's a con artist.
Really? Of course. She looked so serious. It didn't sound like empty flattery. You weren't here when she came in earlier. I asked if she wanted to stay and wait, but she said she wanted to take a look around and you could go once you were free. If you have time now, you should go find her, Wise.
I'm just going to say, maybe we shouldn't have let the con artist take a walk around the street. Oh, no.
I did not expect that such a spiritual entity would exist here. It appears this street is a geomantic gem.
A spiritual...
Howl.
His name is Howl, and I guess you could count him as a neighbor of mine. Is there anything special about him?
No, I was simply a bit surprised. It's rare to find such an intelligent individual of this breed.
Even huskies can be really smart, like Howl.
You're right. Yet, being overly intelligent comes at a price. It must stay here for prolonged periods of time, parted from its owner and unable to move about freely. Both a blessing and a curse. However, it seems quite happy. We've strayed a bit off topic. Since you're back, let's discuss our partnership.
Yizhuan gently pets Howl's head, stuffs a few dennies into his mouth pouch, and then you return to the video store.
His mouth pouch?
Good air circulation, excellent layout. Very suitable for a business. Your bamboo here are also very energetic. It seems your fortune is good when it comes to wealth.
Huh. You even know feng shui? I'm happy to hear that. But who exactly are you?
I suppose this is our first official meeting since parting ways in the Hollow. Now that both of you are present, allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Yizhuan, a mystic from Yunquei Summit.
Mystic? Like those people in movies who can tell your fortune and go around blessing people? This is my first time meeting one in real life. But what's Yunquei Summit? Any details you can give?
Just an ordinary sect of the mystic arts. Our disciples travel all across New Eridu and sometimes collaborate with authorities. Currently, I'm affiliated with the Hollow Investigative Association. Right now, however, I'm here to discuss a partnership in the name of the Mayflowers.
So, what sort of partnership are we talking about?
I have reviewed the documents provided by the Mayflowers. You previously underwent an implant surgery. After recent adjustments, abnormalities occurred. These abnormalities bear resemblance to the craft practiced by us at Yunquai Summit. If you are willing, I can teach you how to better control your abilities.
Better control my abilities. That sounds great, but there's no such thing as a free lunch. Since you're willing to teach us your craft, Shifu, you must want something in return, right?
That's right. Mayflower will have you join me for some investigations. Looking at my divination results, this will be a complicated and very likely dangerous matter. He's still going over the details, but should have more information for you soon. You can wait until then to decide.
Let's leave it at that. The weather is nice today, perfect for going out. I just happen to need to head to a nearby store to collect something. If you're free, how about coming with me? We have a long path ahead of us, so it would be good to take the opportunity to learn some more about each other's ways and methods. Sure. Sounds good. Let's go. Yichuan Shifu, where's the store? It's at Lumina Square. It's called Buyan. I know that store. It hasn't been closed for ages now. Is that okay, Sifu? It matters not. Whatever the situation, let's head over first. It's been ages since I last came to Janus Quarter. I'd like to take a look around. Just tell me when you're heading to Lumina Square. We can meet up there. Yichuan nods a goodbye to you and leaves 6th Street. I have to start wrapping things up. Alright. I will try and continue this a little later tonight, but for now, thank you all so very much for stopping by. Take care of yourselves, and I'll catch you in the next stream.
Good